so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A good karma brands radio station. Don.
She fell in love with the sex.
Hahn.
Sauce was everywhere.
And Rosenberg.
If you want to stay up, he's got the energy that matters.
This isn't North Dakota. This is New York.
This is Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
The best threesome I've ever heard.
On ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
301 in the big city with Don LaGreca and Peter Rosenberg. I'm Alan Hahn. 800-919-3776 is the number. My seat right here, boys, I have a direct view of Joe Leo. I could see right through the door window. I think he's munching down on something.
Excuse me?
And, well, looks like he's eating food.
Oh, a snack. Got it. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
And he will not make eye contact.
Yeah, he's scared.
That was, you know that scene from My Cousin Vinny?
Yeah.
I could use a good ass kick.
Are you really doing this?
That was
Don, is this
Don, that second
this,
half was hard to watch.
But Don, this should almost
Oh my God.
I think the way that Allen's acting is actually even more of a bad sign for the Knicks than the Nets. You see what I'm saying?
No.
Like Allen's a little too happy about beating up on the Knicks.
Too happy.
It's not the happy. It's Joe.
It's the face of Leo.
He wanted it so bad yesterday. And I you know what? I told him. I felt his pain. Remember how I was Jets, Dolphins at MetLife late in the season? I said, this is the last time I'm going to care. Just give me this one.
Yeah, I remember well.
I was giving you the give. Did we get to halftime?
No.
That game was over in the first quarter. So I know that feeling. So I'm not allowed to kind of like share a little giggle.
It.
Like, yeah.
Well, you're allowed to do everything you want. I mean, but basically, you're allowed to be a bad guy.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Sometimes the answer is just bad guy.
Well, Joe, he's now in the control room. Did you turn? At what point did you turn off the game? Because you had to have.
He finds the one Nets fan.
That Jet game. I turned that Jet game off immediately. Here go the Dolphins just smoking us at home, and I couldn't watch any more. It had to be a point where you were like, "I'm done."
About 10 minutes to go in the third quarter, I checked out.
Oh, so 2 minutes into the second half,
yeah,
you were done.
Yep.
Okay. That was pathetic.
Very unfortunate.
And again, it doesn't change anything. Look, the Knicks desperately had to get a win, one to feel good about, and that was the old Michael Irvin. BTA.
Yeah.
And they needed that. Now again, let's see where this goes, but. That's a franchise record in win differential.
Is that true?
54 points.
Oh my God!
1 point shy of the season high of of this season. Somebody actually, the Hornets beat the Jazz by 55 earlier this season.
Insane. Which is
it shows you though sometimes that the NBA can be cruel, but it was That game got away, but the first quarter is the only thing that mattered. They got off to a good start. They did what they had to do. They won the game, blah, blah, blah. Now let's see what goes on. You have 2 days at Philly, Saturday afternoon will tell us more than anything else if last night was more about the Nets or did the Knicks finally kind of, strap them up and get back to it. So we'll find out. But anyway, that's what happened last night at the Garden. And we can certainly talk about Knicks, 800-919-3776 if anyone wants. But the first thing I need to know, Donnie, is are we doing sushi tonight or no? Because I know last night you took in some hockey. But tonight feels like, all right, this is the real night off on the road with the crew. You're in Vancouver. There's only one thing to do, surf and turf.
Well, this is where you should have sushi, right?
Yes.
You don't want Winnipeg sushi.
No.
You don't want St. Paul sushi.
Probably not.
You don't want Carolina sushi. You want Vancouver sushi.
Yes, you do.
It's up there.
And so this would be the place in the continental United States and Canada to have sushi. So we'll see. Hopefully that's the plan tonight. Last night I went to Canucks and Capitals by myself like a loner. because that's what I do.
You sat alone in the crowd. You bought a ticket or you used your credential?
No, I bought a ticket. I used my credential like a gentleman.
So press box, gentleman press box. So free popcorn, free drink.
Little free popcorn, poured myself a nice coffee and enjoyed and prepped for the game on Friday.
Look at you.
But tonight, I think, is going to be the night. Tonight, I think, is going to be the night to give it a try.
I'm
nervous. I'm legitimately nervous.
Well, you're legitimately nervous about like tasting.
Well, what should he start
Sushi?
with? Should he just? I mean, the most benign thing is a California roll, right?
No, he's not starting. We're skipping that.
Why?
Because I have respect.
No, he needs the gateway. He needs a gateway sushi.
He doesn't.
That's the gateway sushi.
Don,
it eases you in.
See, Don, again, we keep learning about how Alan feels about us. I respect you more, and you're better. Listen, California roll. My wife who loves sushi loves California roll.
Well,
when we order sushi, she still orders California roll. She enjoys it. The thing is, Don, it's imitation crab, so it's like it's people's attempt at doing sushi without doing it.
Correct.
I'm sure the group you're with, respectfully, I don't think you're going to be with any daredevils, okay? I think he's going to be with a straight-ahead group. They're going to get yellowtail. They're going to get salmon. They're going to get spicy tuna.
No, I think Rachel's having eel.
Dragon tail?
Eel is the only thing I have. I'm staying away from the eel and the fish eggs. I'm good. I don't want them.
Yeah.
I'm all set.
Yeah, I'm good there, too.
But Don,
Rachel Herzog is a big sushi. Loves sushi.
Oh, well,
she partook in Winnipeg sushi. She did have Winnipeg sushi.
Ooh.
So Peter, no roe for you on top of the rolls? No, nothing.
I'm fine with that. What's that again? The roe?
The fish eggs.
No, I hate it. I hate it.
Oh, you're not doing that.
The caviar.
Disgusted.
No, the ones that are.
Well,
bigger.
here's my fear. My
fear
fear is I don't like anything. Then what I do? The way I exit, is there something I can order?
Well, steak.
A sushi place has steak?
It depends on
Well, you're going to...
They should have some teriyaki of some kind.
If you go to a Japanese kind of steakhouse, like you can do the sushi as like the appetizer, like the pre-meal.
Yeah, it just depends, like which, what the place is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're gonna have you're gonna be fine. Sometimes they'll have rock shrimp as an appetizer.
Easy.
You can get tempura items.
Oh, delicious.
Gyoza.
Gyoza roll. Gyoza.
Essentially dumplings.
Edamame.
Certainly edamame. Is any of this stuff ringing a bell to you, Don, or is it all just sort of like none of it?
Another language.
You stop speaking English.
Yeah.
Well, quite literally.
And then, by the way, little Kirin beer.
Oh, sure, Sapporo.
Right?
Whatever you're feeling. But Don,
little Kirin Ichiban.
Go with the flow. Let Rachel guide you
into
manhood. And you hold her hand.
Let Rachel lead the way.
She'll lead the way. You just hold on.
Teach you the ways.
And she's going to make a man of you tonight. And it's going to be a moment in time.
I'm looking forward to the story
One moment in time.
I am looking forward to this story tomorrow. One story that we kind of didn't get to yesterday, but now all of a sudden that story has a new chapter that adds to it, is the Mets and suddenly their offseason going from 0 to 100. The Bo Bichette signing was a big one, of course. The press conference yesterday had a couple of lines in it that made me go, huh?
Not like Terry Pagula bad.
No. It was more of just a, are you Mr. Right now? Not Mr. Right, but Mr. Right now? Like, we'll find out. But getting Freddy Peralta, that's an aggressive move, and it also is a move that also signals that they have had a plan, they are willing to spend, and they are also willing to do things that are smart. So how do we feel about an off-season, Don, where you have, gone, of course, are Nimmo and McNeil and Alonso, guys that, people loved those players. Diaz, of course, another one. And in replacement, it's Luis Robert, who that's not nothing. I mean, it's a bit of a risk and a bit of a gamble because of his injury history. But when what is that line that Amani Toomer said his dad used to say all the time? He's hell when he's well, but he's sick all the time. And that's kind of what he is, right? So you have Devin Williams, which, jury's out probably there. Bichette, Polanco, how do you feel about this lineup now with still obviously the key guys in Soto and Lindor as the major pieces? Do you think the Mets roster is better than it was when it ended the season? Because that's what the GM promised he'd do.
Well, three things jump to mind with this trade. And it looks like their offseason is now complete. And we said yesterday they needed a frontline starter and they'd be done. Well, that's exactly what they went out and did. The first thing that jumps to mind is this is why we need to be patient. All the Met fans wanted to fire Stearns. What a joke the organization is. And we said from the very beginning, can we at least see what the plan is? He made us nervous, but at the end of the day, we start to see the vision, and it looks pretty good. Now, we'll see how it plays out on paper, but right now, it looks pretty good. To answer your question with number 2 is they did what a lot of teams in New York are too gutless to do, and that is to acknowledge it's a roster issue and fix it. Rangers refuse to do it. Fire coach after coach after coach, refuse to acknowledge the fact that the core is broken and didn't fix it, and did ancillary things like coaches and general managers and all that stuff, and it never worked. The Mets saw, hey, we were pretty good. We actually made a run one year, but we're not where we need to be, and they blew it up. And it ticked off the fans, but the fans will get over it if the team starts to win. And the third thing that jumped to mind is there are people being very critical of this trade with Milwaukee because Peralta could walk at the end of the year.
Right.
But this is the beauty of the money of Cohen, is that you shouldn't have to worry about trading for potential free agents, because if you want him, you should be able to keep him.
Right.
Now, I don't know what the cap is going to look like. I get that could be an issue, but that's supposed to be the beauty of Cohen, that he should not be scared off by free agents, because if Peralta likes it here, the Mets should be able to have the wherewithal to compete with other teams that might want his services. So that should not scare you off for trading prospects for a potential free agent. So I love it. I love that they changed the core. We'll see how it all works out, but at least on paper, it looks like a team that should be able to compete. And to answer your question, I think will overall be better than what we've seen.
And when you think about the pitching rotation, I don't know if you have an ace, right? You probably don't, because, you know, Minaya you thought was 2 years ago might have been that, but last year he showed you he's not. Is Nolan McLean, could he be that? Because he sure looked like one late in the year, didn't he? Like he really started to give you that kind of those ace vibes. And then of course Peralta, like you don't see him as a 1, right? Isn't he a 2, Peralta? Like he's really good,
he
durable,
won 17 games
always available.
Good. But he won 17 games. Why couldn't he be? Now McLean, I think, is the hot guy, right? That's the prospect, and how well he did. That might make him, the consensus favorite to be the opening day starter. But Peralta comes in with 17 wins, which I believe led the league last year. So he could definitely be your ace. Senga I've kind of given up on, but he's still there. If he could be healthy, he could certainly be someone that has the potential to be a really, really good pitcher. I love the options they have, guys. I love the fact that we're having a conversation of who could be their ace, not by default, but could rise up and really be a tremendous pitching staff. They also added to a bullpen that needed work. In this trade, they were able to do that. They went out and got a big-time bat. They improved their defense. Yeah, will Robert be able to stay healthy? You know, that's always going to be a question. Will he be able to get back to what he was in 23 when he hit 38 home runs? But
you got to feel
on
pretty
paper,
good, though.
You like it.
You do.
I don't even think pretty good. I think you feel really good.
Well, like if you're one of the Mets fans who was, bummed about McNeil or Alonso or Nimmo, all guys who, particularly I think with Nimmo and Alonso, fans had a real fondness for, but McNeil too.
Well,
if those are emotional things. But Don, you look up now and you go, they went and addressed actual concerns here. I would argue if you're a Mets fan and you were unhappy with last season versus a Yankee fan who was unhappy with last season, I think the Mets fan has more of a win to celebrate. This is Allen. All Allen can really hang his hat on is the health of Garrett Cole, and the development of Cam Schlittler.
Mm-hmm.
If
that's pretty much it.
If you're the Mets, you can go, well, hey, No, we lost some things, but we are trying something different. We retooled this team.
They look different, right?
Markedly.
They look different. Now look, here's.
Well, thank you.
Here's the lineup.
You're welcome. Enjoy, Don.
Well, here's the top of your lineup right now: Lindor, Soto, Bichette. All three guys that do what? Get on base.
Dude,
good at bat.
That should be, by all accounts, if I was telling you about any other team, if I told you guys those were the first three batters, Shohei Ohtani doesn't exist. If I told you guys those were the first three batters on the Dodgers, you'd go, that sounds like a Dodger-like start to a lineup.
Three brand names.
Big brand names.
Big brand names, right? Polanco, Alvarez, Beatty right now, I guess, is your left fielder. Because you don't really, who's playing? You got to figure that out, right? Then Robert is your center fielder. You got Vientos still. If he's not playing third, he's probably going to DH. And then Semien is your second baseman, right? So, that's your lineup. Now, again, as we get down to 6, 7, 8, it's not
as sexy as it up front.
Robert, a couple of years ago, though, looked like somebody that could put. He had some numbers, but he doesn't seem to stay healthy. Hamstring, hip, adductor, all that kind of stuff with him. So it's certainly something that is a gamble. It certainly is. But top of that lineup is pretty damn tough. And then like I said, and then the starting pitching is the one area that you're curious to see what comes of it. Are they a better defensive team?
Yes.
I can't. You think so?
Yes.
What makes you say yes so definitively?
Well, because I think they'll be better at center. They'll be better at second. And I think that goes a long way. They'll eventually, I think, be better at first because I think Pete, he is what he is. I think he improved defensively, but I think even though Polanco is a newbie to first base, I believe that Stearns thinks that defensively it'll end up being better. So if I'm better in center, I'm better at second, I'm better at first, then I'm just a better. And I think Lindor will be better than he was last year at short. He really struggled defensively, but the back of his baseball card tells you he is an A+ defender at shortstop.
Right.
So I do think they've improved defensively. But the reason, Peter, I said thank you is because, no offense, Alan, I don't want to be the Knicks where I'm celebrating the guys that almost won, where I'm treating the 94-99 Knicks as my gold standard. They didn't win, but they came close to winning. I want Doc and Darryl. I want Keith and Gary because they were good, but you know why? Because they were part of that 86 team. Taylor and Sims and Carson were part of the 86 team, and then and some of them part of the 90 team. Niedermeyer, Danico, Stevens, and Brodeur. Why? Because they were part of the teams that won 3 Stanley Cups. I don't want to be the Knicks to celebrate Patrick Ewing and Oakley because they almost won, right? I want to celebrate the guys that won. And this Met team had a bunch of guys that were likable, they were fun, they were my players, but they didn't win. And so I'm supposed to hold on to them guys because I enjoyed them. And listen, I'm sad Pete Alonso's gone, but you know what? If the Mets go out there and win a championship, I'll get over it. All right? I would rather bring guys in that are going to, get me a ring or get me closer to a ring. They tried with these guys. I'm going to miss Pete Alonso. Don't get me wrong. But if he was standing in the way of a championship, then he's got to go. Nimmo, loved him. The hustle, running down the first base line after a walk. If you're going to stand in the way of a championship, you got to go. So let's ultimately see if this is going to work out, guys. But I'm tired of hanging on to favorites that almost got there. Mm-hmm. I want to get there. This year is going to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the last time the Mets won a championship. And to all those Edgardo Alfonsos and to all the guys that were part of the core that almost won back in 2000, the John Francos, we loved all those guys. Loved them all. John Olerud, great. Beltran, great. We celebrate them. We love them. But the guys that are always going to be special to me are the guys that got me the ring. And I'm not going to let my love for those players stand in the way of improving this team. We'll see if it improves. And maybe we'll look back and go, boy, it wasn't worth getting rid of those guys. But I have a feeling it will be.
I get the parallel that you're making there, but there's no connection between Ewing's Knicks in the 90s and the Mets at all, because that team 15 straight years made the playoffs. And every year we're out of the first round contending every single year. Did they get through? No. But you can't compare the same. These guys were around in comparison for 5 minutes. So it's a totally different story. But I get what you mean, though.
But it's the sentiment. Again, it's apples and oranges.
I get what you mean. I get what you mean. It's not like a group that has stayed together for 10 years with the Mets, but it's like it felt like if you did that, this wasn't going to go anywhere. And that's where I agree.
Yeah.
Now, here's David Stearns yesterday when, talking to the fans, because for the most part this offseason it had been quiet. People were very frustrated. They were mad at him, thinking that he was being too conservative with an owner that was dying to spend. And so here's Stearns' message to Met fans.
This is an exciting team. This is a very good team as we stand right now, and we're committed to doing everything we can to consistently compete here, put championship caliber teams on the field, and that's what we're trying to do each and every day.
Exciting team?
Yep.
I think we'll find out. I don't know if would you call this an exciting team?
Well, it's got Juan Soto on it. And Juan Soto's one of the best players in baseball. Bichette rakes.
Yep.
All right. I mean, Lindor is a special player when he's on. I mean, he's streaky. He can be frustrating, but that could be a dynamic player. And you know what? Wins are exciting to me.
That's
right. All right.
Right.
And I want to see a team that's competing. And I understand what you're saying about the Knicks, but overall, I don't want to celebrate the also-rans. The Jets' history is about 2009 and 2010.
I know.
And for a lot of Jet fans, that's the peak. That's the height.
That's all they got.
That 94 Knicks team. And the Mets have 86. But to a lot of young kids, it's 2000. It's 2015.
It's all they got. It's if you're going with Knicks,
all they got.
Because 70 and 73 were so long ago. And Clyde is, 80. So there's not one, there's multiple generations who but they only know that from, again, grainy video. Same thing. That 86 World Series, my friend, that's grainy video.
Well, it's grainy video because it's only 13 years after the last time the Knicks won.
Yeah.
The Knicks were on the Knicks, that was 13 years ago, 1986, the Knicks won in 73.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So 86, think about it. Jacob, not here. Anthony Pusick, not here.
Not even
dead as a doornail.
Peter Rosenberg was 7.
That's right. I remember
Don
it well.
LaGreca was 18, a freshman in college.
Yeah.
I was a freshman at Ramapo College in the fall of 1986.
Yeah.
President Reagan was our president.
Yes.
President Reagan.
Yeah. Second term.
40 years ago, which means you have to be what? Like 48 years old to have a recollection.
Have any clue.
And you would I remember
winning a World Series.
I remember it.
You do have some memory of that team?
No, not some. 86. The 86 World Series is the second iconic sports event in my life.
And so
the first is the 85 Super Bowl, the Walter Payton Bears over the Patriots. That's my first thing. And then at 7, remember details of the World Series. Yeah.
Okay.
That makes sense because the first World Series that I remember was the 75 Reds and Red Sox. So yeah, when you're 6 or 7, that's when you start to kind of understand
it's like the first
what's going on.
Yeah, it's like you realize this is a big deal. And you're trying to keep up.
Post 45 years old.
Okay. Yeah. No, there's not one. There's multiple generations that have never seen it.
So just correct me if I'm wrong. There is not a professional athlete in the 4 major sports playing right now that was alive the last time the Mets won a World Series. There's nobody playing that's 45 years old, right?
No. Yeah, that's why when you recognize that your team is not heading in the direction you think it can win, you make the dramatic changes you make, and that's what the Mets did. Now they got to believe in this group. Do you? 800-919 3776. We'll get some thoughts from Mets people. And I want to – there's one thing, just one, about the Bo Bichette press conference yesterday that caught my attention because, look, he's young. He's 27, and he was trying to say all the right things. But when a question was brought up to him that was a pretty important question, he was like, write at his agent and let the agent handle it.
Yeah.
And that answer, if you're a Mets fan, should concern you. So I'll play that for
that's
you.
That's a tease.
We got calls coming up.
And we got a lot. We got tons of reasons that you should stay tuned because it's also talk about it. It's also that guy Thursday.
That guy Thursday, sure.
Yeah.
And then ENN at 6.
Sure.
But, there's a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $189 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN SM844681. MSRP $26,075. Zero security deposit. And 2/2/26 more. Coming up on Don and Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
FanDuel is turning on playoff mode. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Each game day during the championship round, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. More boosts means more ways to level up your playoff bets. You can pick the matchups you believe in, take your shot on an upset, or build a parlay that fits the moment. Whatever you like, bet it. Only on FanDuel. Then apply your profit boosts and go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs keep rolling. Each game day during the championship round, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. So visit FanDuel.com/local and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions do apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For over the gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you can put your sports IQ to work on the games you know best. It's not you against the house. It's you participating in a live market. Buy or sell your predictions all game long. Trade every play with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Show your team spirit and save big only at Security Dodge during the Start Something New sales event. For a limited time, score an extra $500 off on top of all rebates and new incentives just for coming in and wearing your favorite team's jersey or swag. High school, college, or pro, football, basketball, hockey, and every sport in between. It's easy to win big at Security Dodge in Amityville. Visit us today or shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
If you've been injured in an accident that wasn't your fault, then you need a lawyer who knows New York's unique personal injury and workers' compensation laws. At the Parisman Firm, they have decades of experience handling all types of accident cases and a proven track record of delivering huge results. Their team has already recovered nearly $1 billion for injured New Yorkers. From construction to car accidents and slips and falls, they've got you covered. Call the Parisman Firm now at 718-WORKERS, where your case is their cause. Get the justice you deserve today.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
What are you doing today? Woo! Wow. Is this Don's moment in time today?
Oh, his moment in time.
You know, there was a suggestion, Donnie, from some of our listeners via social media that you should get Rachel to call into the show and let's discuss how we can make this happen tonight. Maybe she'd even have some suggestions to ease you into the sushi.
Or what is she planning? And maybe
she
needs our suggestions because we know them. You know what I mean?
All right, I'll reach out.
Yeah, just let her
reach
know.
out.
See if she wants to talk to us. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I think the Devils are practicing in an hour, so maybe I'll try to get her to call in before then.
Look at that. Look what you're doing here.
That'd be fun.
Can I get up? Can I go after a friend of the show?
You can get an amen.
Sure, amen.
Amen, brother.
Yeah.
I want to go after a friend of the show, and that's Incarcerated Bob.
Oh, no. What Bob?
Who tweeted out, the annual New York Mets off-season championship parade will be January 30th, Friday. Plenty of champagne, highlights from the previous off-season championships, 22, 23, 24, and of course, the Soto Chip 2025 will be on the big screen, hosted by Jerry Seinfeld and Don LaGreca. Did I say anything?
Well, but he might not.
What is it about?
Well, he may not be referring to. Is he referring to what you? Was it an at to you? Like, was he referring to what you were saying, or was it a general criticism of the Mets?
It was a general criticism, I think, of the Mets fan base.
Yeah.
But he's got me hosting it with Jerry Seinfeld, suggesting that I'm leading the parade of people, saying they're going to win a championship.
I think he was pointing out Mets notable Met people that could host this event.
Right, because he doesn't know what Jerry Seinfeld has to say about
Bob
right now.
loves you.
I
don't think he's taking a shit. He said Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, dude, think about it.
You and Jerry Seinfeld in the same sentence, Don LaGreca.
Listen, then that is a major compliment, and I'll take it all back.
That's right.
But instead of me putting me at the level of Jerry Seinfeld, my thinking is it's probably more in the case of he thinks I'm leading this charge.
No.
I don't know if they're going to win a championship, but all I'm saying is I'm not going to let my love of the previous roster stand in the way of Stearns trying to improve this team, because ultimately that's what I want to do and win a championship. I think they're improved, guys, but they won 83 games last year. If they win 10 more games, which would be quite the leap, that doesn't necessarily mean they win the division, never mind, win a championship. I just want to get there. And why every time a fan base celebrates their team improving, it's, they think they're going to win the championship. Well, they shouldn't, Met fans shouldn't have celebrated the acquisition of Soto, and that it was a failure because they missed the playoffs in the first of his 15 years with the team?
Don, welcome to my world. The Knicks won a game last night by 54 points, right? It was a desperately needed win, and they did it in record fashion. And all MSG Network did was just put up a social media post that said the facts. that they won by 54 points franchise.
Right, sure.
You'd think the replies were like, it was like, doesn't matter. Like, just, like, this is what people do, Don. Oh, hang a banner for that one. Some of the
But
comments
this is
from
incarcerated
people.
Bob. This is a friend.
Bob's a Yankee fan, and he loves to tweak Met fans. You know that's how it goes. But this is what people do. Anytime you have something nice in the offseason, there's always going to be people that are going to want to smash the cake.
Yeah.
They don't want you to enjoy it. That's all.
But why?
Nobody likes this. Is New York. We have two of everything, so there's always half that's going to be mad at you for being happy.
Well, why is there a leap always made to being happy that your team had a good offseason?
Right.
To those people taking the leap that we're guaranteeing anything. Met fans were happy they got Juan Soto. Why wouldn't you be happy getting one of the top 3 players in Major League Baseball?
Of course.
So being happy means I think we're going to win a championship. If you hear me go on, we're winning in 2025, baby.
Yeah,
we're going to own this town. Then you can jump me because that's taking too big of a leap. Just being happy does not mean you're making any kind of bold prediction.
No.
They're going to win.
So let's
I think he may have responded. Hold on.
Oh, okay, good.
Not a shot at Don LeGrec. I just needed 2 diehard Met fans to host such a prestigious
he's a good guy.
yearly event.
We
All
love
the
Bob.
love to my guys. Okay, all right.
Well, you know what? You were sensitive a little bit.
Yeah,
You're a little bit sensitive. Little Alan Hahn right there.
You were in my
Peter,
world for a minute, thinking that like
Peter,
everyone's
you
going
saw
for
it,
you.
And Peter, listen, you won. All right, but you couldn't see where I'm being thrown into the tweet that maybe he's accusing me of being a little too overly excited. Coming off a segment in which I was excited?
Don, I'm sorry to interrupt your thought right now. And speaking of lack of excitement, Peter's mic is having a really difficult time staying up. It's just
hopefully this
just
works.
Keeps falling down.
Don, I hear how you could have seen it, but me and Alan, sharp minds that we both are, spotted the clear thing that gave us the answer, which is that it was you and Jerry Seinfeld, who we don't know what his opinions are in the offseason. He's just a notable fan.
Yeah.
So that's how I knew.
Pivot. That's a 180. It went from I think he's going after me where he was complimenting me.
It was
to your honor.
You're like so we need somebody prestigious like Don LaGreca to host this thing, and let's get
Bob.
and let's get an entertainer like Jerry Seinfeld. He's a Mets fan. Let's get him in here.
Right.
That's what that was about. It's not going to work that way.
It's not going to work this way.
It's not.
But I don't want it that other way.
You need a support. You need something going on there. You need some type of support. This man needs a blue pill quick for his microphone.
It needs Viagra.
It does. Speaking of which, Jeff Passan has another massive pitching trade that was made.
Passan.
And if you're a Yankees fan, this one will probably piss you off. Mackenzie Gore, the nice lefty from the Nationals. Well, he's going to the Texas Rangers. This is like a 5-player, a lot of prospects and stuff heading to the Nationals. They got a huge return in this, Jeff Passan says, but the Texas Rangers, who seem to love arms, don't they always just seem to just go after pitching constantly?
Yeah, well, I mean, we all love arms.
They had a lefty, Mackenzie Gore, and so again, that's why yesterday we were talking about, or 2 days ago we were talking about the Yankee thing with Bellinger. That's your team. That's your team. The Yankees are what they are. They're going to wait till they get healthy, but that's their team. And this is the Mets
there's not much
team.
I think left for either of these teams to do. The other talking point about the Peralta deal is when we talk about baseball being broken, the Milwaukee Brewers, a contender, just traded away their best pitcher because they don't believe they can afford to pay him.
Yeah.
The Nationals, they're not going to compete. They're not contenders, but the Brewers are. At least they thought they were, right?
Yeah.
They're a perennial playoff team. So that's the sad aspect of it too, right? Listen, the Mets benefit from that, but instead of the Brewers trying to add to see if they can't take the next step, they're going to take a step back because they knew that this was going to be their last season with him, and they wanted to get something for him.
Yeah, and that's why the Mets will be willing to take that risk. Now, another bit of a risk, of course, is the Bo Bichette contract, because there's so many outs that he has. He has opt-outs in this thing that he can get out after just this coming season. And so after telling us how much he wanted to play in New York and why the Mets were appealing, because he just kept saying, I just wanted to be here. Like, he really didn't give you a lot of great specifics about playing for the Mets other than they want to win and that's where I want to be. And New York's a pretty cool city, and they have, some of the best fans. He did say some of the best fans. But then when he was John Heyman asked a very pointed, very direct, and very easy question to answer about, hey, this could end up being a one-year deal for you, right? Because you do have opt-outs in this deal. Here's how it went in response.
You have a very favorable opt-out option in there, and you're obviously got youth on your side. I guess you're almost 28, going to be 28. Should anybody look at this as a potential one-year deal? How are you looking at this?
Bo looks at his agent.
John, thanks for your question. Good afternoon, everybody.
And then his agent decides to answer. And essentially just talks about how much he wants to be here, and this.
Why
is really,
couldn't he answer that himself?
He was almost frozen. By the way, can we get? I love John Heyman. I actually was a clerk when he was a Newsday writer. Used to love taking his calls. He needs a throat lozenge, does he not? Seriously, he needs a Ludens or something.
You send the man a Luden for
the poor man. Did you hear his voice? Like he's a bit rough.
Well, everybody's going through it.
We're all going through it.
I mean, by the way, it's months at a time these days.
I guess. But anyway, is there do you feel sort of way about that? The kid just was deer in headlights and then just didn't answer, and instead just turned to his agent, and then his agent stepped in and gave sort of an agent answer.
Well, the only thing I take exception to, because I don't blame him.
The kid?
Because he's going to answer the question, and now he's afraid how do I answer this? Because the answer is, yeah, I've got a chance to opt out. I might only be here for a year.
If I have a great year, I could really cash in.
Of course.
Yeah.
We know that. But he doesn't want to say that because it's an introductory press conference. It's a dog and pony show. It's supposed to be a pom-pom moment. And nobody wants to hear the shiny new toy on the team saying he might only be here for a year. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at his agent because he knew, I can't say that. What do I say? The issue is how this was not approached to him before the press conference. You might get a question. This is how you answer that. Bad job by the Mets, bad job by his agent, not telling him you might get a question. Matter of fact, not might. You will get a question about this. Here's how you answer.
Yeah, you're in New York. This is coming. So how do we want to tackle it? All right, this is what you'll say.
All right.
But he looked like, whoa. Like he looked a little overwhelmed.
I don't blame him because we know what the opt-out is. We understand that. They just did not properly vet him about that. And that's a bad job. Mets PR is outstanding, by the way. They should have known
his agent
to approach that with
it.
And certainly his agent should have said, hey, you might get asked this question.
Yeah.
Rachel's very excited about joining.
Oh, I love it.
There we go.
When do you want to do this?
How about after that guy?
Yay! What time is practice? Is skate?
Can she do, what is your time? 1:45 is your time? Is 4:45?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Can she do 1:45?
I'll ask.
All right.
It'll sound good. You'll hear the skates in the background, and it'll add to the ambiance.
No,
wow, it's a great point by
It'll
you.
be tremendous. We'll get to know her, too. It's great.
So 1:45.
1:45 your time.
You're talking
our
Rachel
time.
Herzog from MSG.
From MSG, yeah, on the Devils broadcast.
Host of the Devils broadcast.
Pre-post, intermission, all of it.
Fantastic.
Carries that broadcast.
Yeah, well, it's just
let's be honest.
There's some dead weight. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, they do what they can.
They do what they can.
Listen, let's be honest. I'm the dead weight.
Stop.
That's what I was implying.
I know we were not.
Yes,
you
of
were.
course you are.
That was the joke I was running with.
No, I thought you were talking.
Danico. I mean, why take shots?
I thought you were taking a shot at Danico.
Yes. I got to take the shot at Danico.
We also
you're
have
not going after. You're not going after a 3-time Stanley Cup champion or a defenseman that was on the Cup final team in 2012.
No, it can only be done.
It can only be done.
There you go.
And we're talking up Rachel.
Right.
We are.
So I'm the odd man out.
Okay. Well, we love you anyway. What we also have, though, are tons of calls. Mets fans sounding off about the offseason that suddenly got interesting. We'll get to your calls next. 800-919-3776. Only one line available. Don Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Benjamin Franklin, sir, I've just received news.
Speak.
They're multiplying you.
Multiplying me?
Yes, many times.
Multiple Benjamins?
Shall I stop it?
No.
Multiply your Benjamins with New York Lottery's Extra Multiplier Scratch-Off games. Play for the chance to multiply your winnings up to 100 times. Prizes up to $3 million.
I've won! I've multiplied myself! We won!
Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks a million, guys. Good afternoon. I already have a couple of problem spots out there on the roads. Bumper to bumper on the LIE westbound, right before Queens Boulevard in Queens. A broken down truck in the right lane. Packed ride there from the Van Wyck. Hutch northbound, not moving much. A crash in the center lane just before the drawbridge. Traffic is stopped there from Pelham Parkway. Not so great on the Deegan southbound, heading over to the outbound George. Accident in the right lane in the West 230 has been out there for a while. That is, you backed up onto southbound 87 in Yonkers. Inbound George, still have some road work on the upper deck, just about a 5 to 10 minute ride. Outbound Lincoln Orny about 15 to 20. Outbound Holland 10 to 15. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
All the way over Barzell, score!
New York Islanders hockey is back at UBS Arena, and it's time to bring the family and make some noise. With more afternoon games this season, the Islanders have special kids-themed games and activities for young fans. Play games pregame at the park and head inside for fun on the concourse and on the ice. Tickets for the 2025-26 season are on sale now. Get your tickets at NewYorkIslanders.com.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
Hey, Don, you ready for a game time brought to you by Tullamore Irish Whiskey? Because when it's game time...
It's time.
Sure is. Although not tonight. No locals in action. That's a rarity. But
on a
we
Thursday?
will. Yeah. Nothing. Nobody. 2 basketball teams, 3 hockey teams. Nobody's playing. St. John's isn't even playing. Fordham playing?
I don't think so.
No?
What about Marist?
How about LIU? Let me see if Rod Strickland has the boys out on the game tonight. No, usually it's Friday night. Well, no locals, so everybody just kind of sit back, chill, enjoy. Maybe go to
Tomorrow's
Home Depot.
Gonna be busy.
Get your shovels.
Right.
You get your shovel.
Get your
tomorrow.
salt, bags of salt, sand.
You know what I haven't gotten all year, and I really need it?
I don't want to.
A damn
Sex.
scraper.
Oh.
I haven't had a good scraper.
A scraper?
No, listen.
With a
That's what they
car?
call it now.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I honestly don't know exactly what it means.
Don's like, I could really go for
Peter
a good
needs
scraper.
scraping.
I don't know what that means. I know. I think I know where but it's so. I need a scraper for the car. What else do you call it?
No.
You said what you need.
Yeah, you said, you know what I haven't had in a while that I really need. And Don said, I just said I don't want to know. And Don went straight
Right.
forward.
But
Because
I said a
know
scraper.
You've got a 1-year-old.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Right. You're not getting.
Right.
Let's
So
be honest.
the only
So the scraper,
pants that
the
are being
word-
taken off by somebody else is the diaper of Maya. Right. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only clothes. The only clothes you're taking off another person are Maya's.
That is a fact. Yes.
Right. So
Very
so
often.
you
It
said
happens.
you need. So you needed a scraper. I'm like, is that what they're calling it now?
And so you're talking about a woman of the night?
You need a scrape.
Yeah.
A scraper.
Well,
It's just a reach, though. How would that be
I
a
thought it was
scraper?
really funny. Jacob, rate it funny.
No one thought it was funnier than Don.
It's really it was good in the moment.
Oh, I'm looking up some
Let's
of these.
go out of 10.
They got some
scraper. Good
They
one.
got some beautiful
7,
I would say probably about a 6.
6.
Yes,
Anthony.
I think we need to get Don back home.
Yeah, Don's losing. It was fine, but like he's losing it up
He's
there.
going stir
It's
crazy.
the
No, but
Canadian air.
It's the Canadian beer. I told you. It's like
Yeah.
moonshine.
I'm more laughed at the fact that like Peter didn't get it,
Well, I mean,
which is
thought
the whole essence of what's going on.
I thought it was something.
Yes,
No,
it's all right.
I every time I've like waited now half the winter, and I've already needed something to clean off my car like 2 or 3 times.
Understood.
I'm using my jacket, my
Totally
arm.
understand. Got
It's
it.
a disaster.
Right.
Oh, look at this one.
Hang on. Let me finish
Built-in
this.
glove with the scraper.
Oh, you love those. The problem is when the snow gets in there. We will have coverage, though, if you want some sports tonight in your world. Mavs Warriors, like you dream about,
There you
following us on 880 at 7. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew, honey, during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew. Responsible.
I'll tell you why I like the look of the glove with built-in scraper. I'm not a big glove guy.
No?
No, I never have them. I walk out of the house without gloves all the time. It's freezing. I put my hands in my pocket.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I need a hat. Hat always.
Here's why you'll
Scarf
hate it.
occasionally. Snow gets in the gloves.
Snow gets in, and then it's just, now your hand's freezing. Better have a glove on, hold scraper.
You're better off with that.
Better off that way. Just keep a glove in the
what are
car.
we doing?
One glove. Michael Jackson.
One glove. One glove. You're
One
lucky just to
glove.
have just one glove.
Let's get some calls. 800-919-3776. Lucky to have those. Matt in Long Island will in. Did I just do that?
What'd you do?
I said in.
Yeah, you went in Long Island.
Because you're so used to saying in, like, Griffin in Connecticut, right? But Matt's on Long Island. Matt.
There you go. There you go. I just wanted to say I'm really excited by his Peralta trade. They gave up absolutely nothing for him. I mean, Tobias Myers, you'd have to be the Mel Kiper of baseball to even know who that is. Brandon Sproat, pitchers year to year, you don't really know what they've gotten. And like Michael Kay says all the time, you don't know what prospects are. And Jet Williams was going to be gone anyway
Just to correct
in the
you,
Rule 5 draft.
Matt, they got Tobias Myers.
Yeah.
Along with
I'm sorry.
Peralta. So you actually.
Well, that's even better. You got
another-
somebody that I don't even know.
You got to write.
It's getting better the more you talk
You got
about
to
it.
write. No, but it's Sproat and Jet Williams that are the top prospects. But if you think of it, you had 3 pitchers. McLean, you're not going anywhere. Jonah Tong is somebody everybody's very excited about. Sproat's the one that you can't keep all 3. This ain't Generation K, right? So you might as well move somebody that has value. And that's one of them. So they picked the one. That's the one. It's Jet Williams that people were excited about. But, yeah, this is a good deal. I don't know how you could see it any other way. This is definitely a good deal. Steve in Queens. Steve, you're up next.
Thanks for taking the call. I'm surprised that I got through on this. I realize now I'm too old to watch to watch and listen to the show since I heard Peter said one of his most memorable sports events as an 8-year-old was the '86 Mets, and I think you said, Peter, the '85 Bears Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And Don,
I was 6 and 7
Don,
for those. Yeah.
Okay.
6,
I
7.
apologize for you getting the dates wrong, but Don, of course, the '86 Mets would be your great moment, and I didn't realize you'd be a teenager then. I'll put it to you this way: I'm so old. My first most memorable sports event was the Yankees and Braves in 1958 when the Yankees came back, and I was 5 years old. They came back from a 3-1 deficit, and I was watching it with my grandfather on a glorious black and white TV. And we know how fuzzy. Well, you don't know, but it was pretty fuzzy.
Sure we do.
The next one I remember is the Yankees at Pittsburgh with the Mazeroski home run.
Oh, wow.
And this is how spoiled I was.
A Yankee fan since 1961.
There you go.
What's that?
Nothing.
Bill
These
Daughtry used to
are
say,
great memories.
Yeah. Bill Daughtry used to say that the Yankees were in the World Series so much when he was a kid, he thought that's just the way it was. That
The Yankee
Yankees played the
Invitational?
World Series every year.
Yeah.
So it was like the baseball was, all right, who's going to play the Yankees in the World Series this year? Because it was just so like bunting they put bunting up every October at Yankee Stadium. It was just the fait accompli they were going to go.
Right.
But all right, so the caller, he didn't sound that old.
No,
It's Steve, and that's Steve in Middle Village.
Yeah, he had a very young voice.
He sounds as old as he always sounds.
But he is, yeah.
I'm a Yankee fan since 1968.
One more. This is Dietz in Colorado has a message for Peter.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me on. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Hahn, for everything that you do. But the show should be called Don, Hahn, and Rosenbong because Rosenberg had no idea what he was talking about at John Harbaugh's press conference.
Okay.
He brought it. He brought the energy. This is not wrestling where you got fireworks when you come on stage and
didn't say that.
All this lights.
He's taking exception to B plus.
So
Yeah,
I
B+.
all I said was B plus. What grade did you give it? 1,000? What did you give it?
Rosenberg, it's Harbaugh. Giants made a home run higher, and they're pouring cold water on the whole thing.
Why is that cold water? Why is a B plus cold water?
It's cold water because the Giants, you don't know what this means to Giants fans.
Of course
and
I
not
do.
To mention, you wanted fireworks? How did Dan Quinn do in Washington? They just lost their offensive coordinator because I really think whatever his name was didn't want to be there, but Dan Quinn, I mean, fireworks.
But Dietz, the difference is. But Dietz, the difference is you're being a fanboy, and you're comparing it to. Hear me out, Dietz. You're comparing it to what the team that I root for. What about Dan Quinn? I'm not coming after the. I was all for the Harbaugh hire. It's the best hire they could have made. It's fantastic. We were playing a game. It wasn't dead serious. Where I give a grade to the presser. I gave it a B plus. I thought he was somewhat generic, but I thought he was generally great. That's a B plus. So what? You're going to cry? How does that change anything for you? You have John Harbaugh. He's won Super Bowl. He's won one Super Bowl. He's been a really solid coach. He will bring stability to this franchise. You didn't get Vince Lombardi. You didn't get Kyle Shanahan. You didn't get the brightest mind in football. It's not Kyle Shanahan or Sean McVay. It's not. That would be an A plus. You got a guy who's going to lead you for the next 20 years. You got a good guy. No, you got a really good guy.
Well, we got to go here, Dietz. You made your point. You made your point.
We love you,
Dietz. And we
even though
appreciate
you're mean.
the call.
Fans are so sensitive. A B plus is not. You guys.
He just wanted to fight.
I got a lot of B pluses.
He just wanted to fight you.
Alan, maybe it's different for me because I was kind of a B plus kind of student.
Okay.
B plus is pretty good. I love when I get an A minus. But a B plus, guess what? You go to Maryland, got into the scholars program. Life turned out pretty good with a B plus.
That's not bad. How's it working out for you?
It's working out pretty good. And if they get a B plus career from Harbaugh, that could be really, really good.
Well, let's grade all the coaches they've had since Tom Coughlin.
Ease.
Collectively.
Ease. Be happy with a B plus.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an A. That's great.
Yeah. You know who's always an A? Damian Woody.
Damian Woody. I knew
we
you said
love
that.
having him on.
We'll see.
Oh
boy.
Oh no, you're not going to ask him again, are you?
I'm going to keep asking until he sees it.
Well,
until he shows respect.
Let's see. Damian Woody next. Don, Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the middle circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Hey, this is Mika Zibanejad.
Hey, this is Adam Fox. Catch every Rangers game right here on 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York.
.403 in the big city with Don LaGreca and Peter Rosenberg. I'm Alan Hahn. 800-919-3776 is the number. So we were just looking up, is NFL Network doing this, right? They're showing a little Brady versus
it's got to be Brady Manning.
AFC Championship game from it was Broncos Patriots. So it's sort of the throwback, of course.
They're warming us up
this weekend.
Although I got news for you.
What do you got?
Tom Brady and Peyton Manning aren't walking through those locker room doors. You know what I mean?
You don't think so?
No, quite the opposite.
Bo Nix isn't even walking through the locker room doors.
He cannot.
No.
Good Lord.
But it's going to be an interesting weekend. First and foremost, on NFL news, Brian Daboll just completed an interview for the head coaching position with the Buffalo Bills. That's an interesting situation right there, isn't it? Like that whole thing, how that plays out. Do they really go to him, bring him back, and make him the head coach? So something to watch. But the Bills did just announce that they have completed their head coach interview with Brian Daboll.
I didn't think about it. Gary Myers did and tweeted it out earlier. If the Bills hire Daboll to be their head coach, it would be the first Giant coach fired that was hired by another organization.
Got a job right away.
Dan Reeves, nearly 30 years ago.
That's
the last time a Giant coach was fired and rehired by another team was Dan Reeves by the Falcons.
It's amazing, but it's true. Well, because TC he worked for another organization, but he wasn't a head coach.
Wasn't a head coach. Fossil never got another chance to be a head coach. And obviously we know the litany of guys that were fired previously.
Where did Reeves go after the Giants?
Atlanta.
So
he
was
took him to a Super Bowl.
You remember? Yeah. So we were talking with Booger, and Booger said nobody ever gets a third time around, right? He was talking about McCarthy.
Dan Reeves did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
So, all right, well, we talked with Booger yesterday. Let's talk with our good friend Damian Woody today.
Why not?
Let's do it.
Who's with us right now. And why don't we just dive right into what's happening up in Buffalo, D. Wood? Was firing Sean McDermott justified? And all the things that have now come out after all that stuff. What is happening up in Buffalo in your estimation?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I look at this Sean McDermott thing, and I think Sean McDermott is an excellent coach. Obviously, he changed the culture up there in Buffalo. He's done a lot of really good things, not only on the field but off the field in the community of Buffalo. But sometimes, you hit your ceiling. And I kind of liken this situation to, there's a couple situations. Andy Reid in Philadelphia where he knocked on the door but he could never break through. And Tony Dungy in Tampa where, those teams in Tampa were good but they never broke through. And then obviously John Gruden comes along and obviously wins the Super Bowl. So I just feel like, there was, it was time for a change. Sometimes the message can get stale. You hit your ceiling. But I think what's really important now is this hire. Because going from Sean McDermott, like you're going to have a hell of a hire. I don't know who that person's going to be, but there's some stuff going on in Buffalo that gives me pause right now.
We asked Booger McFarland yesterday about Mike McCarthy. Like, what is it about McCarthy? Almost an identical resume to Harbaugh. Couldn't seem to get a sniff there. I mean, wouldn't he be a good fit in Buffalo? He's worked with big-time quarterbacks before, won a Super Bowl. Or do you think Daboll would be a better choice?
Oh, man. Listen, I think McCarthy would probably be, the better choice because, again, you go from Sean McDermott, and Brian Daboll is a friend of mine, but going from Sean McDermott to Brian Daboll, how do you sell that to the fan base? Can you really sell that to the fan base? I can say, well, Mike McCarthy, he's won a Super Bowl. You can say a lot of different things about Mike McCarthy. He's developed quarterbacks. He's won a Super Bowl. He was pretty successful in Dallas, and in Green Bay. So I think that would be an easier sell in Buffalo than Brian Daboll, in my opinion.
All right, we're obviously reaching the end of the conversation now. It's Thursday, but we haven't spoken to you yet, Damian.
The answer is no. The answer is no. I have not yet.
No, that wasn't what I was going to ask. But thank you for hurting our feelings. I was going to ask you catch or interception, but now you just threw it in our face. You still haven't
it's on his mind, though. You know what's on his mind, so he knows he's not watching.
Oh my God. I've been sweating this for a while, man. Like I've been sweating this.
Yeah,
and I'm like, you know what? Let me just get ahead of it now.
Yeah.
And so that's just what I did. I just got ahead of it.
I respect that.
I respect it. I think Don's finished with you. He might have checked out, but it's okay.
Because it's a disrespect. And Peter should have rephrased the question, do you respect us? And the answer would have been the same. No, I don't. I have no respect.
No.
And the fact is that you are a liar, too, because you're not sweating this one bit. Because if you had any sweat over it, you would have watched it.
Yeah.
You have no intention of watching it. You have no intention of respecting us. And I'm going to keep asking. I'm going to keep asking, knowing what the answer is going to be. Bad guy.
This is sad.
You know, I'm so hurt that I've disappointed Don, but some of the stuff you got to take up with my wife, man. Like,
no,
it's like that, man. It's like,
listen, she
holds me hostage.
There's no Don. I say this respectfully. There's no one more whipped than Don. Okay, the man can't make any free choices in his life. But if you asked him to watch a movie, he's watching the movie.
Yep.
That's the bottom line.
Or maybe very early on, you could have just been honest and said, listen, there's no shot I'm watching this movie, guys. I've got no time. I've got no life. I've got football to watch. My wife dominates the TV. You could have been honest up front. You're like, okay, I'll watch it, knowing damn well you were never going to watch it.
Wow. This is so tough, man.
Wow.
Well, Damien, we're going to keep this thing going because I want to see. I think one of these weeks he's going to surprise us. He's going to jump on the air and just start quoting Napoleon Dynamite.
Right.
But until then, let me ask you: was it?
Right. Vote for Pedro T-shirt next time.
Was it a catch or an interception in your eyes?
I actually agree with the call, to be honest with you. And I know in this day and age, we don't know what a catch is, but according to the letter of the law, that was an interception because he didn't finish the process of the catch. Like literally it was bang bang when he hit the ground and the defender from the Denver Broncos had the ball. And so like to me it's just we can cry and moan and do all this stuff, but he didn't finish the catch.
Yeah, that's how Don. Now you've won Don back over and you've lost me. I'm a catch guy. I just, you know what it was for me, Damien?
Everybody has a different opinion on it, which is really amazing.
I know it is so split.
Right? Booger said it wasn't.
Yeah, Booger's team catch.
Yeah.
For me, the problem, Damien, was I can't sit here and tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt it was a catch, obviously, because it ended in the defender's hands. What I can tell you is, and this is where me and Don really disagree, your eyeballs as referees are not good enough to have been 1,000% sure of that they forced the coach to call a timeout. That should have been looked at for a couple of minutes instead of them just walking right back out to the line. That was my biggest issue with the whole thing.
I totally agree with that, and I thought it was malpractice by the refs in the NFL. That play was too big not to have some type of replay at that very moment. And the fact that Sean McDermott had to blow a timeout just so they could look at it, that is egregious. No. And I think from a bigger point, I think the NFL has an issue with refereeing right now.
They do.
I think that's something that they really need to address because I think it's going to be a sticking point with fans.
Well, let's get into the games this weekend if we could.
I'll move on.
So you would, yeah. I want to ask you about a rematch. Anytime division opponents face each other in the playoffs, but especially at the penultimate game, Rams Seahawks, and we remember how wild of a finish that was back in December when they were last in Seattle together on a Thursday night. Like, do you expect this to be another one of those, high-scoring, high-flying games? Do you think Sam Darnold can orchestrate another type of game like this against the Rams defense?
I think he can. I will say this. The Seahawks aren't asking Sam Darnold to do a lot because they've been running the ball really well. And so, if you can minimize the chances of turnovers by playing complementary football, running the football, playing great defense, and your quarterback just got to go out there and manage and not turn it over, they're a hard team to beat. Now, with that being said, you're playing a team for the third time within your division. You're not fooling. Either side is not fooling. They're not fooling each other. You've seen it all. They know the personnel, pretty much the plays that they're going to run. It's just going to be who's going to out-execute the other team. And I think playing up in Seattle with that crowd noise and that defense, that's going to be a tough place for the Rams to get a victory.
You give Denver a shot?
Of course I give them a shot. I give them a shot because they're playing at home and they have that defense. They have a fantastic defense that can get after the quarterback. They got guys that can take away the football. And so when you have that playing for you, you're going to have a shot. Now, obviously, the quarterback situation is definitely not ideal for Denver. But, again, if you just play turnover-free, you will have an opportunity to win that football game.
To me, this playoff has sort of opened up the question, and I guess we've been talking about it a lot with the hiring of Harbaugh as well, because I don't know if you saw, man, but the win total for the Giants went up to 8.5 when they got Harbaugh, and this is a team that cannot win more than 4 games in a season, it seems. So we were thinking so much about quarterbacks and Josh Allen, and then it got me to thinking: is Sean Payton the most important player left in this playoffs? And is he the man? So much so that he could will this team to victory against New England.
Well, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, Sean Payton's not on the field. The players ultimately got to go out there and execute. But I will say, he's going to have to earn his money now because, you're an offensive-minded guy and you've done a lot of really good things. But now you're going up against this Patriots team. Listen, when we talk about the Patriots, not a lot of people talk about the fact that the Patriots have one of the best defenses in the league. Yes, the Denver Broncos have a great defense, but the Patriots defense isn't a slouch either. So how are you, Sean Payton, going to manage your backup quarterback, Jarrett Stidham? How are you going to get him to play good playing good football, knowing that he's playing opposite a potential league MVP in Drake May?
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what makes this a very, very tough spot. What do you think is the most exciting potential game left for a Super Bowl?
You asking me if what
combo?
What Super Bowl matchup?
Yeah,
I want to see New England Seattle. I want to see New England Seattle. I think those are the two best teams remaining right now.
Does it make it does it blow your mind? As we talk so much about parity in the NFL, that the Chiefs or the Patriots have been in a championship game for the last, 15 years? Isn't that that's crazy?
It is crazy. Because like you talked about, we talk about parity all the time, and here we are, and the same two teams have basically dominated the AFC. So I love that we're getting fresh new blood, but it looks like the Patriots are back at it again, once again.
It's like the NCAA tournament. It's different players, but the Blue Bloods are always going to be there. You always expect to see them somewhere in the tournament. All right, so we mentioned John Harbaugh, D-Wood, and he had a press conference. And Peter felt like the press conference was grade-worthy, B+.
I thought it was very good.
Which he says is
very good.
But I want to ask you, D-Wood, if you heard him say this, I'm going to play it for you. You got to tell me whether you're one of the guys that would stay or one of the guys that would go.
We need guys that love everything about football. They love the games. They love the practices. They love the weightlifting. They love the meetings. They love the dining hall, They love every part of football, man. And if you love football, guys, you're going to want to be here. You're going to want to drive in that parking lot every single day. You're going to want to walk through those doors. You want to walk up in those halls. You're going to want to get in front of that tape and watch tape every single day because you're going to be around a bunch of guys that love what you love. They love football because that's what we're going to be doing, football. All the time, every day. And if there's guys, around that don't love football, Joe, we're probably going to let those guys go play somewhere else. Because if you don't love football, you're not going to love it here. Because we'll be doing football. That's the plan. All right?
Football.
They love football. He loves football.
Do you love football that much?
He's all but. Yeah, well, listen. Some guys don't love football. They love what the game of football can do for them. And so, I love it. I love what John Harbaugh says. We need a bunch of dudes up in here. We need a bunch of guys that love the game, that sleep the game, eat the game, all of that stuff. Because once you get a bunch of guys like that, that's how you build a winning culture. So, yeah, I'm with that. Guys who love what the game has done for them, get them the hell out of the building. And make sure you're filling up the building with guys who just loves the game.
So you had to, and I won't ask you to name names unless you want to, play with guys that didn't love football. And I would think anybody in a sport like that that's around that doesn't love the game like that much, as you just heard what Harbaugh said about love coming to the practice. You got to love watching film. You got to love just sitting in the cafeteria. You got to love it all. That's dangerous. Did you have guys where you looked and you're like, he does not love this? You can tell. And how did you feel about them?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think everyone who's played has been around guys who love what the game has done for them, not necessarily loving the game of football. And, that's just the nature of the beast. You're going to have guys like that. The whole point of it is, you want to make sure that you get enough guys who love the game of football that you ultimately weed out those guys and they move on elsewhere, man. But yeah, man, there's guys that get caught up in the money, the attention, and all the wrong things that at the end of the day doesn't even matter. When you win, everything else will come with it. And I think there's some guys out here that prioritize the wrong thing instead of winning.
D-Wood, always good to talk to you. Enjoy the games this weekend. And we'll talk to you next week.
We hope you prioritize, film.
At least Uncle Rico.
Our friendship.
Yeah, and our friendship.
Yeah, I do prioritize the friendship, and I'm not going to say anything else about Napoleon Dynamite. I'm going to surprise you guys, so I'm going to just leave it at that.
All right. Well, it would be a surprise.
Appreciate you, man.
Tune in next week.
He won Don back, though, with the interception.
Yeah.
It didn't take much.
He sided with Don.
Yeah.
That's all
Once he did that.
You know how we're all easily bought.
I'm rooting for
I take him as they come.
That's all it's about.
Don's rooting for Don.
It's about that, and
that's what we're going to be doing, football, all the time, every day.
So real quick, I'm glad you played that. We have about a minute here before we break, right?
Every day. Just every day.
Every stinking day. I do want to say this.
So it's coming out of your ears.
In hearing that again, though, I really do think it's funny. It's a funny clip, and I'm sure it comes from a sincere place.
Yeah.
But I really don't think that, I sound crazy if I think that even just clips like that, where he's kind of just going on with these somewhat silly footballisms.
Do you hear him at the end?
Kind of brings you down to a B+ for me.
When you hear him at the end.
Yeah.
At the very end of the clip, he chuckles.
Yeah.
He knows what he was doing.
So he knows he's being a goof.
Yeah. I can't fast forward it because I don't want to play the whole 36 seconds. But at the very end, as he's done, he's like he knows
it's
he
silly.
Just said football 10 times.
So, Anthony, you loved it? You said you
I couldn't disagree with you more, Peter.
Why?
The last 24 hours have shown you, I don't think even we understand how bad this is. You think it's easy to say, we want guys in this building that love football. Yeah, and we think, well, duh. And John Harbaugh's going, no, there are guys in this building that either don't know football or don't love football. And we need to get rid of those people.
But how could he?
Haven't you noticed that already? They've already starting to make changes within the organization. Have you? Look, our beloved Anthony Pusick. Yeah. We love him.
We do.
Right.
How
doesn't make him not a psycho.
Broken was he during the football season?
Completely, and he has been every year.
broken.
He's broken during the Rangers season. He's broken during every season.
Rangers, all of it. Have you seen his attitude involving the Giants over the last couple of days?
Yeah, he's buying in.
He's all in.
And
Not buying in. No, he's in.
And he loves that they're firing people.
Because he said, Anthony, tell him what you told me this morning, because we had to go side chat because we knew.
You guys always side chat.
No, we had to, because
thank God.
The phone buzzing, especially with Don on the West Coast. You guys
listen, on Sunday when John and Peter were going back and forth, I thought to be like, hey, guys, a little too much text here, okay?
You guys
we did
would have been.
There's too much camaraderie and people liking each other in this chat. We should probably dial it back.
For the record, hold on. This is now that you brought it up, I'm going to go there.
We're way too
Don,
nice.
Don, just for the record.
He overdid it.
No, because let me explain.
No.
Me and John jumped in the middle of like a football moment that the entire sports world is watching. They're going back and forth. Alan and Anthony will have a full-on podcast, at 2:30 about God knows what.
Yeah.
This is a different kind of conversation.
Don and I did a podcast for 500 people for 3 years.
Yep.
So why not do it for 4 on our group chat?
Why not?
Listen,
Maybe
Peter,
you'll
I'm
learn
sorry.
something.
Peter, you won't hear from me
I'm
anymore,
helping
okay?
you. See, he
See,
goes
I-
extreme. That's not
See,
nice.
this is what happens with Anthony. Now
he
he's out.
just
Now we're
completely
not gonna get
recoils.
But for the record, that's why he's so in on what the Giants are doing.
Yeah, now
he
here-
wants destruction.
So let's
that's
get back
what
on
he
track.
lives for.
What would you like?
Oh, hang on. I want to get back on track because now we're all just yelling at each other. But you said something in our sidebar that I found to be that's exactly what. So the Giants have started making moves. Like John Harbaugh has looked at not the front office, but the entire office, and they've already started making decisions on some coaches
and personnel.
A trainer who's been there for 45 years, making some moves. People that have been there forever and saying,
how very Doge of him.
We're all set.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but what he's saying is, though, is we're going to make some changes here. And Anthony, what you said about what if he didn't do any changes, right? You'd be more concerned.
Well, there's a couple things. One, if he didn't make any changes, said, yeah, this all looks good, I'd be a little concerned.
Right.
The second thing is,
this does not look good.
Everybody thinks that when John Harbaugh said, me and Joe are on the same page, or we're getting along great, I might actually agree with him. Because I bet Joe Shane was sitting in meetings with John Harbaugh one-on-one going, I got to tell you, man, I can't. This guy, I know he's been here forever. I don't like this guy. And I can't get rid of him. John loves him. Steve Tisch loves him. I can't do it. And John goes, why don't you let me worry about that?
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
Red wedding.
No.
Game of Thrones style.
Hold on.
He said red wedding.
At the
He
red
texted
wedding.
me red wedding.
I don't recall at the red wedding them giving them other jobs and moving them to a different room.
But
it's
they
not
did-
exactly the same thing.
But that was also clarified, Peter. They didn't give him a different job. Ronnie Barnes is still going to be the VP of the training staff.
Yeah.
It's just that there's going to be a new head trainer.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's red wedding.
He's gonna
Abrams
bring
is
in
gone.
his people.
He ain't here anymore.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Remember how Rex Ryan came in and brought a lot of Baltimore people with him? He brought a lot of Ravens people with him because he wanted that Ravens blood in the building. Harbaugh wants to do sort of the same thing. He's already being told, well, you can't talk to any of our coaches. They won't let him bring lateral move coaches over with him. So that's not happening. But he did tell the defensive coaching staff, we're good. Like that.
I know we got a break. We're talking about two separate points, though. Anthony is happy about the bloodbath, and he should be.
No, he's happy.
No.
It's not the
Hear me
bloodbath.
out. Yes, he is. Don't change it. He wants change.
Change is
I
important.
get it. That's what I'm saying is this started about the press conference. The only thing I'm arguing with Anthony about is the mumbo-jumbo football, love football.
Right.
That had nothing to do with cutting people.
Perfect way to end.
That's two separate things.
All right, we have
I
that,
disagree.
We have that guy Thursday coming up. But here's John Harbaugh at the end. Great job by Jacob here. Listen, you hear the chuckle. He knows what he's doing here.
Let those guys go play somewhere else. Because if you don't love football, you're not going to love it here. Because we'll be doing football. That's the plan. All right?
All right?
Yeah.
But he knows. Like,
Yeah.
I just
Either that or he's just out of his gourd. It depends.
I don't think he's
know.
out of his gourd.
I don't know. I read his note when he left Baltimore. No, I listen. It's a very good hire. I'm very excited about it. I'm not going to tell you guys it's an A+ because it was a B+. All
right.
That's the bottom line.
We'll see
The
if-
Stone Cold said so.
See if he changes his grade by the end of next season. That guy Thursday coming up. Your calls. Do you have that guy in your life that you got to talk about? 800-919-3776. We'll do that next. Don Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN, New York.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath. When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Show your team spirit and save big only at Security Dodge during the Start Something New sales event. For a limited time, score an extra $500 off on top of all rebates and new incentives, just for coming in and wearing your favorite team's jersey or swag. High school, college, or pro, football, basketball, hockey, and every sport in between. It's easy to win big at Security Dodge in Amityville. Visit us today or shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com.
Score more with a college-branded Venmo debit card. Rep your team with every tap and earn up to 5% cash back through Venmo Stash, a new rewards program where the more you do, the more you get. Get your Venmo debit card today and start earning rewards with Venmo Stash. Learn more at venmo.com/collegecard.
The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank N.A. Select schools available. Venmo Stash terms and exclusions apply. Max $100 cash back per month. See terms at venmo.me/stash terms.
We are back, and we are looking at a pretty lopsided matchup, Jim.
That's right, Ron. I mean, in one corner, we've got a 175-pound guy, and in the other, a 6,000-ton heavyweight train.
Jim, this guy has no idea what he's getting himself into.
It's no contest. Every day, people tempt fate and die trespassing on railroad tracks. See tracks, think train.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Benjamin Franklin, sir, I've just received news.
Speak.
They're multiplying you.
Multiplying me?
Yes, many times.
Multiple Benjamins?
Shall I stop it?
No.
Multiply your Benjamins with New York Lottery's Extra Multiplier Scratch-Off games. Play for the chance to multiply your winnings up to 100 times. Prizes up to $3 million.
I've won! I've multiplied myself! We won!
Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
We all have that one friend.
I'm talking about the yo-yos who set themselves on fire and bathe in pork and beans.
Or know that one person.
I'm here with my family.
Who can't help but be.
He's not cool. His voice is weird. He's kind of a dork. His brother's a tool. His girlfriend's annoying.
That guy.
I didn't know it was banner night. We won't be out for that.
It's time for That Guy Thursday.
Hey, guys. Anyone want to play some ball?
With Don, Hahn, and Rosenberg.
He's just being that guy.
So it's That Guy Thursday. And I don't know if this counts as a that guy, but it's sort of a being that guy comes full circle. I think that's probably the best way I could put it, right? Because as we all know, on Monday, we had an epic national championship, right? Curt Cignetti, who's the head coach at Indiana, who has done something remarkable with a basketball school turning into a football school, and 15-0 national champion. But you remember a few years ago when he said, "I win. Google me," right? Which sounded like that guy kind of thing to say. Because everywhere else he was as a head coach, he did win. But it's one of those like, where? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So Anthony went to Google, and he Googled Curt Cignetti.
Okay.
You want to read for me what it says at the very top of the page?
At the top of Google,
when you type
above everything, like in a place where you'd normally never see words,
it says,
"Yup, he won."
Go ahead and Google it, folks. Those who might be near a computer, have a phone in your hand, whatever it is.
Wow, hold on.
Go ahead and Google it. Go to Google, though, and type in his name, Cignetti, and it says,
it drops down, "Yup, he won."
So he was being that guy when he said, "I win. Google me." And he won, and now Google said, "Yep,
he won."
He won.
I mean, you have to admit
that's kind of cool, right?
And also that guy.
I love it.
Can it be both?
That's why I'm asking. He was being that guy, but the fact that now it actually says it is phenomenal.
Man, I'm just looking up his overall stats. This guy, I mean, it is pretty inspirational.
This was
IUP is where he started. What the hell's IUP?
Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
That's right.
That's Division II.
IUP.
Yeah.
Division II. That's right. Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference.
That's right.
He was at IUP from 2011 to 2016.
Yep.
All right, 2011. That's 15 years ago. So he was late. He was in his late 40s already when he got that job.
Mm-hmm.
Did that for 6 years. So you're 49. You get your first college head coaching job at 49. You go to IUP, and you win there. He was 53-17.
Think about it
at
again.
IUP.
Indiana University of Pennsylvania. And then he goes to the actual Indiana University.
That's crazy, too. Didn't think about that.
Isn't that funny?
2017, he goes to Elon College.
Sure, Elon.
Well, I mean, I know well because underachieving kids from my high school would go there. I say that respectfully.
Okay.
Respect. I added respectfully.
You did add respectfully.
Don, when you say respectfully,
yeah.
you know it's
when
fine.
you say no offense.
Yeah.
You mean offense.
So at Elon, he was 8-4 and then 6-5. And then in 19, he ends up at James Madison. Stays there for 5 years, and over that time at James Madison, he was 52-9.
Right. Keep in mind, in between, he did spend some time at Alabama, working under
Bama.
Nick Saban.
Well, there's not really any time
well,
here.
2007 to 2010, before he got head coach, he was a wide receivers coach, and recruited a man named Julio Jones.
I've heard of Julio Jones.
He's pretty good.
So that's important.
Yeah.
It led to getting the IUP job.
Yes. Right. He wanted to be a head coach, so that was his first opportunity.
52-9 at James Madison, and
he's
then
just
you
grinding,
go to Indiana.
Just grinding. But so he's introduced at Indiana, right? It was.
Did he say I'm here with my family?
So signing day press conference, December 20th, 2023. And that's when he uttered those
Who are you talking about? The high school guys, the transfers? Who?
All of the above. I mean, how do you? Is there?
It's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
I mean that is, and then to go.
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
To end up from that to the national championship.
I have great respect for this man now.
It's hard not to, man.
Especially because Google decided to go, you know what? I mean, we should probably acknowledge this.
There you go.
Have you checked the page, Don? Just so you can confirm that
I
you've
did.
seen it.
I did. I
You saw
see
it?
Pretty cool.
Isn't that right?
Yes, I did.
Yep, he won. So that's that guy.
Don, do you have a guy?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the same theme, Indiana football.
Oh.
And I'm going to call
no.
Mark Cuban that guy.
Oh, boy.
Mark Cuban was asked after the championship win, was this the most unlikely championship in American sports? His answer was ever. Even the Miracle on Ice. I don't think there's anything that compares to this.
Okay.
Yeah, that
really
that lost me.
Stop it.
That lost me.
Listen, I'm just going to file it under. Maybe it's not that guy. It's just you don't know.
Well, no, he's being that guy. He is because he knows he's wrong.
Right. Because let me just educate people. Indiana, thanks to Mark Cuban, was able to go out and get significant players, and that's why they were able to jump from basketball school to the national championship. They didn't break any rules. It's all cool. I mean, I don't love that that's what college football has become. They were a 9.5-point favorite in the championship game. All right. Now, nobody had Indiana winning a national championship, but when you see the roster that Cuban's money was able to procure, it's not that surprising. If you want to try to find an equivalent of what Mark Cuban did with Indiana, it would be like, I don't know, the USA team having NHL players on its team. Oh, yeah, an all-star NHL team played the Russians before the Olympics and got creamed. And then that same team took on students, as the Russian players called them.
Students?
And they beat them and then go on to beat Finland and win the gold medal. Nothing will ever touch. Listen, this is not being a hockey guy. This is not being pro-America. This is logic. There will never be an upset that will ever compare. Don't even have the conversation. Don't tweet me and say, well, what about Super Bowl III? What about the Giants beating the Patriots?
No.
What about the Revolutionary War? Whatever you want to bring up.
Well,
hold on.
The Revolutionary War was that's a massive upset.
We have no footage.
What about this one? Now you going team sports only, Don? You going team sports only?
Don't even go Buster Douglas.
It has to be there.
But you can't touch it.
Don, you can't say can't touch it. You can't.
I just said it.
But you can't.
I just said it.
He just went MC Hammer on you.
You can't.
No, he did MC Hammer.
Because they were both boxers. They were both professionals.
Was Buster Douglas? He was.
Of course he was.
He was a professional fighter.
Oh, you mean
he was a professional fighter?
Jace?
But he was
the
a
United
tomato
States had
can.
amateurs against paid professional athletes. They
That
were
had
paid
got-
under
that
the
hadn't
idea
lost.
that they were in the military.
Yeah.
Now listen, I'm just telling you, you can have your fun. You can tweet me. You can write me. You can have your fun.
Call in,
Listen,
800-919-3776. Bigger upset than Miracle on Ice. We dare you.
It just can't do it.
Can't do it?
I won't have it.
Were
I'm
there
just saying,
odds?
you can have your fun. What's your breath?
Oh, I'm sure we can look up the odds.
What?
Yeah, we can look that up.
So
We
Mark
can prepare.
Cuban is that guy.
So Mark Cuban's a good one for saying that when he knows. See, again, you're being that guy when you know it's not right, but you're saying it because you want to. You want to like kind of fluff your story, and so you're going to do that, even though you know you're wrong. And he's old enough to know he's wrong.
But you know what's interesting? He makes my point about the upset by going there. Like Mark Cuban's not a hockey guy, right?
No.
And
but he's old enough to know.
Right, he's old enough to know. But I'm saying we're talking about something that like literally happened going on 46 years ago. It's still the go-to.
Yeah.
Like, so even for Mark Cuban, like if you're going to come up with an upset, if you're going to try to go there, you always naturally go there.
Did anyone say miracle when Indiana won the championship? When they got the interception that closed the game? Was miracle uttered?
No.
A miracle championship? No.
You know what the miracle? Here's the thing. You know what the miracle would have been on Monday?
What?
Had Miami won. They were the 9.5-point dog. They were the 10 seed.
Yeah. Well,
that's what makes
Indiana was the 1 seed.
Yeah. They were. Yeah. I agree.
Now I understand he's talking about the overall.
Yeah, the fact that they
Indiana
have the
football
most
being this
losses
Right.
for a college program and all that stuff.
Like I understand he's not saying beating Miami was the upset. I get that.
Right.
But let's not again, no rules were broken. He did right by his school, but there's a reason why Indiana became great. If Indiana had been the typical Indiana that was never competitive and then all of a sudden won the national championship, then we could have a conversation, right? If Boise State ever won the national championship back all those years ago on the blue field where they go into the playoffs and get beaten by 48 points to the point where they had to change the system, please don't let Boise State back in again, then we'd have a conversation.
Well,
that guy.
Not that I want to disagree with you.
Interesting.
But coming up, there is one that might be in the conversation. And when
let's not forget I booked this. We got Rachel Herzog.
Yeah. Rachel Herzog's coming up next.
Yeah.
But
you have one that beats Miracle?
I don't know, but I know you will absolutely blow your top when I say
me getting the Devils job.
No, I would never do that to you. But yes, Rachel taking Don by the hand and taking him through tonight's sushi experience for his first time trying sushi. That's coming up. And one potential massive miracle upset win that might drive Don to not only just go get sushi now, quit the show altogether.
I don't want to fight with Don, but I truly do believe he's wrong about Douglas Tyson, but I don't want him.
That's one.
I sense he could go after me, and I don't want it today.
Right, so
I'm not up for it.
You do not want to change the channel, or is it a channel anymore? Like, or
just
don't
just
turn
keep
off.
watching. Don't leave your house.
Just keep listening. How about that? Don Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Hey, football fans, picture this. You bet on your favorite player to score the first touchdown in the game, but his teammate scores instead. If this happens, BetMGM wants to give you another chance at the end zone. With BetMGM's Second Chance promotion, you'll get your stake back if your first touchdown scorer scores second instead.
Really?
That's right. Bet on any pro football player to score the first touchdown of the game. If you're right, you win. If your player scores second,
You get your stake back in cash.
with BetMGM's Second Chance offer, you have a chance to keep the fun going after the first player crosses the goal line. Try a first TD scorer wager with confidence today. BetMGM. Make it legendary.
BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 plus only. New Jersey only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards paid back in unrestricted withdrawable funds. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. It's a bad ride on the Grand Central eastbound in Queens. A multi-car crash by Kew Gardens blocking the two left lanes. FDNY is on the scene. You're stopped there from the National Tennis Center. Not so great on the BQE eastbound, trying to leave Brooklyn at the Kosciuszko Bridge. Broken down van in the left lane right before the span. You're jammed there from the Williamsburg Bridge. Best ride to the outbound George Henry Hudson and southbound Egan. Northbound West Side Highway. Some solid slowdowns there from the 60s. Inbound George looking good for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln Orany about 20 to 30. Outbound Holland 15 to 20. This report is sponsored by the Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports? Well, the PCA can help. It's a national nonprofit developing better athletes and better people through youth and high school sports. More info at positivecoach.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply. apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text AREA to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 42424. That's AREA to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
In the city that never sleeps and never stops talking sports, ESPN New York is always on. Now you can live and breathe everything New York sports wherever you are. On your radio dial, on the ESPN New York app, and streaming live on YouTube. However you watch or listen, ESPN New York is always on for you. Hear us, stream us, watch us. This is ESPN New York.
Hey, New York and New Jersey. Commitment issues? No problem. Now you can get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever, as in for life. Switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, you may experience slower speeds. Pay $25 a month as long as you stay on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
All right, so Rachel Herzog, the terrific talent from MSG Networks on the Devils broadcast, who basically carries the broadcast, but we'll get into that
for another day,
is going to join us momentarily. But before we bring her in, Don, I just wanted to offer to you one potential on the level of a Miracle on Ice type of thing. Are you aware of Leicester City in the Premier League?
I've heard this, yes.
5,000 to 1 odds to win the league championship. And then they beat Tottenham to win the league championship.
Oh, I remember it. And it was on the K show. We were
26
covering this. Remember, Don?
5,000 to 1 is like pretty massive. Were they going to get relegated or something? Like, were they that bad?
Yeah, the year before they were
going to get relegated. Like, come on. That's like you were about to be sent to hell. And they won the whole damn thing.
Don?
That's you got to give them, if you're not letting them in the room, you got to at least acknowledge them through the window.
Because they're in the same league. Like, what about the Miracle Mets?
Oh, they call them Miracle Mets for a reason. Black Cat,
go
the
from,
whole thing.
100-loss team to a team that, wins 100 games and as embarrassing as they were for the first 7 years of their existence and then winning the World Series. They're amazing.
The Mets, they look like the Mets. Remember that? Come on. That's a pretty good story.
All right, well, let's talk to Rachel. I want to argue more with Don. Let's talk to Rachel.
All that aside. But, yes, let's bring in the lovely and talented Rachel Herzog from MSG Networks, who has not only got a lot of work to do on this long trip to carry a broadcast with Don LaGreca on it, but now we are asking her to do something this evening as the group goes out to dinner. Don has never experienced sushi before. He has told us you are a sushi connoisseur. In fact, that you dared to have sushi in Winnipeg, of all places. So with that in mind, can we get an idea of what you think would be? I suggested take it slow. A little gateway would be like California roll. Peter says, no, you got to go a little bit harder than that. What would you say?
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having me on, guys. This is a pleasure to chat with all of you. But this is something Don brought up when we were in Calgary, I think. And you've probably mentioned it earlier on in the year, but I didn't know that you had never even had a lick of sushi in your life. And I almost shed a tear. I've been eating sushi since I was, I think, 7 years old.
Well, your culture.
There you go. Right. Yeah.
I
you
was
were raised
right.
right.
Kid in 2nd or 3rd grade that said my favorite food was sushi, and all the kids were like, ew, she eats raw fish. She's nasty. No, we make it at home and everything.
Whoa. Wait, hold on. The Herzogs are chefing up sushi at home.
I love this.
Oh, yeah. I make it in Jersey, too. It's something that once you get a rhythm with it, it is super easy to make if you take the time to do it. So, yeah, we've been doing that our whole life when we were growing up. If we got good grades, we'd have a big sushi night, whether we went to all-you-can-eat or we would make it at home. So it's been a fan favorite for us Herzogs back in Minnesota.
So she's like Molly Ringwald in Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
You're bringing it to school for lunch.
That's unreal.
All right, but Rachel, let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this. So tonight, do you know the place you're going? Like, have you been there before? The place you're going tonight?
So last year we went to this place called Miku, and it was delicious, but I'd like to try something different. I'm sitting here at the Devil's Morning Skate. I was looking up some restaurants near our hotel, trying to find the best fit for Don and his first experience.
Yeah, this is big.
You need a wide variety, right?
Yes.
Yes, I was thinking you got to start small. The generic California roll, the crab, cucumber, avocado.
Oh, that's perfect.
And then maybe a shrimp tempura.
Yep.
And then Don, you're going to have to try the raw fish at some point tonight.
No, listen, I'm Rachel, here's my theory. This is what I'm saying. I think that Don, this is my respect for Don. He's never done it, but I believe if he's going to do it, wants to do it right. I think you can get to. I think he'll be able to do, a yellowtail, spicy tuna. I think he'll be fine. Like I mean, listen, I wouldn't go eel with the guy, but I think he'll be good with the regular spicy tunas, the yellowtail, shrimp tempura. Certainly not a problem. I really think he'll be okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I 100% agree. I know I'm a big salmon fan, and salmon is big here in Vancouver, so I think that's a must try today. I don't know, Don. Roland's favorite sushi is eel. He might be forcing your hand in that one. So
now, this is not performative at all. I am like legit nervous about this. I'm really legit.
Right,
I'm legitimately nervous.
Rachel, we need a camera on this, please.
Yeah, we need pictures, Rachel.
Yeah,
we're gonna need posts.
We're gonna need video.
But please help me. If this does go
I'll
sideways.
send them your way. It's gonna be on the broadcast. I already got this all.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Tune
in tomorrow. Stay up late, drink your coffee. 10 o'clock start local. But if this goes sideways, is there a steak? Is there something I can have for dinner if this is just something that doesn't agree with me?
Rachel, he hasn't heard of anything on the menu. We just so you know, we were saying earlier, like, oh, you could have some rock shrimp or tempura, or get some edamame or gyoza.
Nothing.
Rachel, he's heard of none of it.
Now,
he doesn't know anything.
Understand? So Miku is actually a Japanese restaurant, so they have steak there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe so. They're very well known for their sushi too. But I think we had Gabby, our social media girl for the Devils. So I think she had like fried rice and steak or chicken of some sort. There's always options at these restaurants.
Okay.
You'll be
kind of look like a loser if you're not ordering sushi.
That's right.
Oh,
that's right, Rachel.
You don't want that. Make sure you let him know. Like side eye him. Like, come on, let's go. Like get in the game,
Don,
Donnie.
I honestly like those basic rolls. You're gonna like. I mean, if it's not raw, you like crab, right? You have the egg crab.
Yes. Crab, I can eat crab.
Then, yeah. I think those will be just fine. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. It's not overly fishy. It's not going to smell bad. I think it's a very neutral flavor, honestly. So I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with the experience, and then you're going to get your wife to try it out. I know you said she doesn't like it.
Before you know it, before you know it, Don and Nancy jumping on the first thing smoking to Tokyo. They just buckle up.
I guess that's my question. Like, what odds would you put on all of a sudden I become a sushi guy? You know me, guys.
Oh no, I love the odds. Honestly, I truly will be surprised if you don't come away.
You're gonna love
enjoying it.
At least one thing you're gonna go. I like that.
He's gonna dig
100%. You're gonna like that.
And now, are you gonna Rachel? What's your soy sauce wasabi sort of situation? Are you gonna coach him that way as well?
Oh yeah. I mean, I love everything spicy. Everything that I eat has red pepper flakes, hot sauce, you name it, all the good stuff. So,
with you,
Don, you like spicy food?
Yes.
Yes.
You're in good hands.
You like the wasabi ordeal. You can either put it right on the sushi, the classic way, or you can mix it in your soy sauce to make it like spicy soy sauce.
I'm so excited.
Way you prefer.
This is amazing. One thing we need to do, though, Rachel, when you guys do get back from this very, very long road trip that you guys are on, is we're going to have to figure out a way on an off day Well, you can make us some sushi, come in, and we have a nice meal.
Makes us the sushi.
Well,
you want to try her sushi?
I want to see how good it is.
Yeah, all right.
Right?
I'm down for Herzog sushi lunch.
I'm all about some Herzog sushi. I think it'd be great, as long as you're okay with it.
There's
Or maybe
that loves to host. I love hosting family dinner. I try to do it all the time. I love to cook. Like, it's my favorite pastime. So on my off days, I'm always cooking something new. I'm sharing it with my neighbors across the hall in my apartment building. So you guys, we find a day. You're welcome to come over. You get to meet my cats. If you don't like cats, I don't want to hear the slander, and we'll have a great time.
there'll be no cat slander, and we might just bring some Comrexes over and just have
do the show
sushi and do the show right from your apartment.
All right. Well, make sure
that would be the highlight of the year.
Make sure you get some good video and photos, and we'll all be following along on social media and on the broadcast
and watching
tomorrow.
tonight
we
as
look
always,
forward to it.
or tomorrow night. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you, Rachel.
Yes, 100%.
You've been
I'll photograph every stage.
Tremendous.
Him staring it down wide-eyed, mid-bite, and the reaction
need it all.
afterward. We got the whole thing. Yep.
The best.
But thank you, Rachel.
Thanks,
It's
Rachel.
been great joining the team. You've made it a lot of fun to work with, and she's terrific at what she does, guys, because she brings to the table as a sideline reporter what a lot of people don't, is that she played. She played at St. Cloud State. She knows the game. She was a defenseman, so she puts in the work, and she's really made a really fun transition from radio to television for me. And we got a great team of people, behind the scenes people, Roland Dratch, one of the best producers in the business, Tommy, and then obviously working with Bryce and Kenny. But Rachel's been terrific. Thank you, Rachel.
Thanks, Rachel.
And Rachel, I have to send
thank you so much, Don.
my 10-year-old daughter plays, and you got to see her. She's a rip. It's a lot of fun. So we got a lot of hockey to talk.
Absolutely. Send it my way.
You got it.
Yes, 100%.
All right.
I appreciate you guys having me on. This was a lot of fun.
Great to have you. We'll talk to you again.
You got it.
All right, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun tonight.
Rick
for you, Don.
DiPietro chimed in.
I think we should lay. I think
are you
should.
Sure you should read this?
I think you should lay out here and move forward.
There was a lot of tiptoeing,
and there's a lot of sushi and fish talk.
You know what I mean?
just don't think this is a good place for him.
I'm going to forward it to you guys, and then you decide whether this is something that should be read or not. You just should be receiving it now.
Yeah, no,
I don't even understand it. Again, I don't understand.
I'm not sure either, Peter. I'm with you. I think I know, but I'm not. 100%
yeah, no, I know, and it's not. No, don't.
Even if I don't know, it's not worth saying on the air.
Once you say it out loud, you're gonna go, oh, and just don't.
Oh. All right, I liked it. You know what?
Right.
That was more creative than his usual.
That was really good.
That was actually pretty good.
And for people that might be confused, that it was all about Peter going after.
Of course.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. God forbid. God forbid it be about someone else.
5 o'clock hour coming up. Don Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
This is the Michael Kay Show.
Our good friend Jeff Passan. I don't know if you could say there's a winner or a loser, but the Yankees had a valuation on this guy, and they didn't budge from it.
32.5 in the place you wanted to be is a very good outcome for Cody Bellinger. It's a very good outcome for the New York Yankees. I don't think there's a loser in this situation. I think both sides won here, and the New York Yankees are a lot better team going into the 2026 season than they were without Cody Bellinger.
The Michael Kay Show, weekdays at 1 on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
Show your team's spirit and save big only at Security Dodge during the Start Something New sales event. For a limited time, score an extra $500 off on top of all rebates and new incentives, just for coming in and wearing your favorite team's jersey or swag. High school, college, or pro, football, basketball, hockey, and every sport in between. It's easy to win big at Security Dodge in Amityville. Visit us today or shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com.
What if your instincts could pay off? With Robinhood Prediction Markets, you could put your knowledge to work on the events that matter to you. Prediction Markets isn't just sports. It's the Fed rate decision, your favorite award show, and so much more beyond the playing field. Trade events with Robinhood. Visit Robinhood.com/predict. That's Robinhood.com/predict. Futures and cleared swaps trading involves significant risk and is not appropriate for everyone. Event contracts are offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm.
Everyone needs to take care of their mental health, even running back Bijan Robinson.
When I'm on the field and feeling the pressure, I usually just take a deep breath,
When I'm just breathing and seeing what's in front of me, everything just slows down. It just makes me feel great before I run the play.
Just like Bijan, we all need a strong mental game on and off the field. Make a game plan for your mental health at loveyourmindplaybook.org.
Love your mind.
Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Foundation, the Arthur M. Blank Family Foundation, and the Ad Council.
And now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks, guys. Just a terrible ride on the Grand Central eastbound in Queens. Still have this crash involving a whole bunch of cars over by Kew Gardens. A couple of tow trucks now on the scene. 2 lanes are out. You're jammed there from LaGuardia. LIE eastbound, not going to help you out. Just packed heading into Nassau County from right into the Midtown Tunnel. Slow crawl on the BQE eastbound in Brooklyn right before the Kosciuszko Bridge. Broken down van in the left lane. Delays are starting to back up onto the inbound Gowanus. Best of it's the outbound George, southbound Egan and Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound slam from White Plains Road on through. Inbound George looking good for both the upper and lower decks. Outbound Lincoln and Holland tunnels about 20 minutes each. This report is sponsored by the New York City Department of Transportation. Speeding ruins lives. Drivers, watch out for pedestrians and cyclists and slow your turns to less than 5 miles an hour. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as 1 day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
880 ESPN, WHSQ, and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
5:04 in the big city with Don LaGreca, Peter Rosenberg. I'm Alan Hahn. The week went by fast.
This one did.
And it's not like we didn't have, like, we worked Monday. You know, Monday was a holiday.
It was a short show, though. We only were on for an hour and a half.
Right. Monday was show with Jace.
Still had to do it, though.
We had to do it. I mean, it's been a weird week. Don's been gone all week.
Tomorrow we've got picks. Is it official that you're out? Like, are you clown show yet?
No.
Yes.
So yes.
No, I'm not.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
Oh,
you cannot.
He gained points because
the best you can do is 2-1 now.
Because Allen gained points, right? What did he gain on me this week?
I got the Bears, right? The 4.5.
So he got one. You got 1 point.
Well, I got 1 point on you.
So did that push you?
So many of our
9?
picks were the same.
That might be it then. Yeah.
Right.
You got your
let me just look up George.
1 point pick, your 3-point pick, and your 4-point pick.
Oh, so that's 8 points.
Yeah,
He's Allen is up by 9.
Oh, he's up by 9.
There's 8 points available.
Yeah.
I'm not a math guy. I don't think Peter can catch him.
And he can't go for 2.
I think we should look at I'd like to ask some questions about the point allocation that we have in these final games.
Do you want to look back? You want to just make sure do a recount? You demand a recount?
But we should. You know what? I'd like Jarv to go through, and not to mention, the week when my picks were stolen from me because I was sick. That's the whole thing right there.
No, you those points counted for you.
They did?
Oh yeah, they did. It's just if there was a tiebreaker, you wouldn't win it.
Oh, I didn't know you counted those.
We counted.
We did.
Oh, that's nice.
But you wouldn't have won a tiebreaker.
It is.
I'd still like to call
it bad
it
in all its glory. There's no excuses. But
I want to recount.
Question now:
Yes.
Do we want to be generous, Alan?
And do
we want to add some props, some exotics, if you will, to kind of keep them alive through the Super Bowl? We don't have to, but
what would
we want
you do,
to be generous.
I'll tell you what. How about we do this?
No, I don't want charity.
Only for the Super Bowl. How about that? Only for the Super Bowl. Because I think we're all picking the same for the championship games.
You do? You think that?
Don't you think?
No.
Well, we haven't seen the spreads yet, I guess, right? We'd have to look at the spreads.
They could be different.
They could, well, I guess. But, I mean, come on.
Well, we know. No, what Alan's telling you is he ain't jumping off the Patriots now. That's what he's telling you.
I can't.
He's not leaving
Can't
his guys.
stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Mayday.
And the current lines are the Broncos are the Patriots are -4.5 at the Broncos. And AO Seattle is a 2.5-point favorite at home.
Ooh.
But that's a sizable number for the Patriots.
It is.
Now, you could believe the Patriots are going to win and still not love the 4.5.
It is. Yeah. That can they score enough to get distance from a Broncos team? That how are they scoring?
You know, Don made a good point though earlier this week. I really do think
he made a lot of good points.
Yeah,
how dare you say he had made good
this one stood out to me, though.
All
right. That as good as Bo Nix has been, they didn't lose Joe Montana. They lost a quarterback who's on the rise. He's not one of the best quarterbacks in football.
But he's been running that offense all year.
He has. But if Jarrett Stidham's been the 2 guy, and now he's gotten the reps with the 1 team all week, and you have Sean Payton coaching this team, and they have a great defense, and they're playing at home.
So you're waiting for the Nick Foles, this whole thing, right?
Is there a world in which they can keep this thing going?
Run the ball, don't turn it over.
Turn them over.
You got to have faith in the head coach, right? And they'll put something together.
Yeah.
And I think there's a chance. I think that's going to be a competitive game. 4.5 is not a huge number.
It's big. I'm leaning Denver. I am leaning Denver right now on account of how big the line is. If it was at home, I'd love the Pats with the number. But listen.
All right, so let's leave it up to the people to decide whether or not we want to do. I think in the Super Bowl we should add props that could buy certain people points to catch up. No?
Here's what we do. He's mathematically eliminated, right?
Eliminate. He's eliminated.
Yeah, elimination.
He's out.
Pure elimination.
Relegated.
But I think he's only mathematically eliminated by a point, though.
Correct.
So let's say he gains a little ground in championship weekend. Maybe we add 1 prop just to keep it alive. If he loses more ground, then it's over. Fair?
I'm not. So give me an example of what you mean, though.
Well, you couldn't gain ground.
Yeah, no, but he's saying that if I were to hit this prop, I stay alive and get an opportunity, Don. Is that what you mean?
No, what I'm saying is that you could gain ground this weekend. You're 9 points back.
Right.
All right. Or you don't gain any ground at all. Then if you gain a little ground and now you're 7 out, we could maybe come up with a couple of props to just keep everybody alive.
It already feels like him and I, if we're just being honest, it already feels like we're against each other in the AFC Championship game. I'm leaning.
Decided.
He's not.
Well,
now he's not decided. But he likes New England. I like Denver. So we could be against each other in that game. And then Rams
so that
Seahawks.
Could be 2 or 3 points right there.
And Rams Seahawks. That game's kind of still a toss-up.
Yeah, let's play it out. Let's have this conversation in the off week to see if we want to add to it. Now, I need to talk to Anthony. There is a very good possibility.
Go ahead.
That we're going to stay the extra day in Seattle because of the storm.
Okay.
Which means I'll be in Seattle.
Oh, you got to go.
Oh my goodness.
We need to make some kind of phone call if I can get a pass, get into the press box, something. If I'm going to be in Seattle and we're staying like a stone's throw away from the stadium.
There's got to be.
I got to get in that building for a championship.
There's
game.
a way in. Can we just?
Hold on, I'm looking for you right now.
ESPN New York.
Well, I work at ESPN.
Well, but ESPN New York needs to get a reporter in this thing because Sam Darnold. We're covering the Sam Darnold story.
Right, and I covered him. I'm the former Jets pre and post.
We got to go through the NFL for this, don't we? This is not a Seattle thing. This is an NFL thing, right?
What do we have to do, Anthony?
I'd imagine that the time for that has passed, but I imagine the powers that be at ESPN would probably have some sway to be able to get you in. That's an ask up the ladder. Let's see what I can do.
Let me think for a second.
No, there's somebody we can talk to. We have some football people we can.
You want me to reach out to Mina Aloysius Kimes, see who she knows?
Aloysius.
That's her backyard. It's her stomping ground. Who else? Who is a big Seattle? Now, Don,
Russell Wilson.
AO Seattle. Now, Don, you can get in the building. I'm looking right now on Ticketmaster.
No, we don't want to do this. He's working.
Let's go. If you're willing to go up top, let me take a look here. Section 333. No, that's a terrible price. We're not going to let you do that.
No.
$1,000 for Section 333?
Yeah.
Excuse me? Baking powder?
12th man. It's big stuff in that building.
God, it's so hard these days to ever tell like what tickets are what. All right.
He needs a credential. He needs to be.
Yeah, I think you probably.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be cheap, Peter.
No, you are.
But I don't know for sure. I mean, I'm hoping that this storm is not what they're calling, and we might be able to get out after the game on Sunday.
Well, Don, let me tell you what they're saying.
I don't want to sit there and pay, and then we get to leave.
I will tell you what they're saying here right now. The mayor, the new mayor of New York, addressed the situation today, and he said that everyone's on call, the whole nine, blah 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 blah. He said, as he put it, we could basically as easily get a foot as we could get 3 inches, but it's still unclear. So it's going to be a wait and see situation. And now they're saying, though, it sounds like when it comes,
Rick, you know what to do.
They're thinking more Saturday night it could be starting into Sunday. Although here's what the problem is. This is why people can't trust the fake news media. And I'm kidding, but I'm serious. The New York Post front page was, New York region to be pummeled with snow, burst in decades. The Big Apple's going to be buried.
Yep.
A fast approaching deadly winter storm.
Yes.
Is expected to dump 18 inches of snow on New York City Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
But then as you go on and continue to read it.
I mean, when you actually read instead of stopping at the head and the subhead.
You go a little.
Most people do.
When you go a little bit further, you realize that it's a chance.
Yes.
The most likely scenario, it's being said by some meteorologists, is that the city could get blanketed with 4 to 8 inches of snow.
Right. Pretty.
So they're hitting you with the 18 inches.
Yeah.
But really, it might just be a nice solid 6 inches.
Well,
like you dream about.
Haven't we all been there?
As I've always heard, 6 is enough to get the job done.
You always make them expect more, and then say, you know what?
You don't want anyone expecting 18.
That's all you're getting.
It was a few years ago. There was a storm, and we got no hype over it. Nobody thought it was going to be anything, and we got pummeled, and people freaked out. And it feels like every time since then, they always err on the side of absolute panic. That way, worst case scenario, it doesn't happen, and nobody will be upset rather than the other way around.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. We're leaving. We're supposed to leave right after the game. The Kraken Devil game was moved to noon local time because of the championship game.
Okay.
Which will probably get us in, what, Alan? Probably around midnight into Monday morning.
Yes.
And so I don't know what this. Listen, we're a charter, so we'll get out. That's not an issue. It's just a matter of what is it going to look like when we land. Like, you don't want to land in Newark and all of a sudden we can't get out of the airport because there's a foot of snow on the turnpike, and then so that's not good either. So we're just gonna have to wait and see.
The state of emergency that closes a lot of the highways because they're clearing them and all that stuff. You don't want to deal with that. Then you land and you get just stuck. Well, you got to stay in the airport because you can't get any.
Funny.
Like you need a car service to come get you. Who's coming to get you?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Uber? Ain't nobody going.
Now, for the record, Don, I will say this though: even if you can't get in the building, I think you could figure it out. Maybe drop a text to Justin Craig to get things started. See what you can do.
Yeah.
Even if you can't get in the building, though, Don.
We can effort this and, have them walk around. Alice, is this cool? Showing off
Alice, is this cool?
Showing off
yeah.
Showing your
Party
ESPN
with
ID.
Yus with Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
We're not. No, so I think, Don, what you could do, though, even if you can't get in the building, if you're down the street, just going to a bar would be fun. Like, you will get to feel a really cool situation with a different fan base.
No. You got to be in the building.
You don't think a situation, if you can't get it, because you all know
got to be in the building.
Football games are a pain in the ass.
No.
That building was cool.
Not in the press box. You want to be in the press box. For a game like that?
Well, sorry.
Tremendous.
Don, I tried to make you feel better in case it didn't work out.
Alan's letting you know. We'll get him in.
But Alan, you know what Alan's doing, Don?
We'll get him in.
He's saying we'll get him in.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? What is your part of wool going to be?
figuring out somebody that can help us.
Okay.
There's always somebody.
Yeah, he's got, you know, somebody.
I think
what
yet.
I should do.
I don't yet,
Here's
but I
what
know
we
we
do.
could find.
What are we doing?
We call Bristol on behalf of Stephen A. Stephen A. wants to go to the game.
I like it. Have Winthrop
but
do it.
Because Stephen A. doesn't want to be recognized, he'd like the credential to say Don LaGreca.
Don
I like
Juan
what you said.
LaGreca.
You know, it'd be the funniest thing to do, by the way.
Have it say Don Juan.
You know, it'd be really funny, Don. You should reach out to Stephen A. and say, Stephen, Never ask you for anything. Don't want to be on First Take. I don't need anything from you. I love you, buddy. I just want to go to the Seahawks game. Can you get it done for me?
Just the credential.
I bet you in 2 hours you have the credentials sitting there.
It'll be hand delivered.
Done.
To your hotel room.
That could be worth it.
With notes.
Because for the record, Don, are you ever asking Steven for another favor? No. You don't ask Steven for anything. He's your buddy for a long time, but you happen to know, hey, I'm keeping it real with you. You're the most powerful talent at the company.
But is this
Can you pull the trigger? Well, what other ass does he have? He doesn't care. Don doesn't need to get into the garden with Stephen A.
No, fair.
He doesn't care about playing reindeer games on television. He's got his dream gig already. All he wants to do is go see Seattle.
Okay.
Now, real quick, Don, if I were to bet the game, I'd probably do it on FanDuel.
Yeah, you would.
Because playoff mode has been engaged, and all customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Each game day during the championship round, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. More boosts means more ways to level up your playoff bets. Pick the matchups you believe in. Take your shot on an upset. Build a parlay that fits every moment. Now, as you heard, I'm kind of feeling Denver to cover the number. I would not listen to me because I suck, but that's up to you. And you can apply your profit boost and go after an even bigger payout while the playoffs keep rolling. So visit FanDuel.com/local and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. 21 and over and physically present in New York. Option required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Let's grab some calls. Earl is in Brooklyn, wants to talk to Don. What's up, Earl? Earl
the Pearl.
Earl is in Brooklyn.
Oh, that was disappointing, Earl.
Yeah.
Earl?
What happened?
There we go.
Oh, big Earl.
We got you.
I'm here. Peter, I'm going to defend you from Monday when Don told the caller, put it as low so we can't hear him. So, Don, I want Peter to put your mic as low so we can't hear you when I tell you this.
All right, but can you pick up your phone? It sounds like you're on speakerphone or something. Can you turn your...
You're echoing.
Can you turn your speakerphone off?
Yes. So let's talk about the 15 kids he took from James Madison, which is a Division 1A school, and he takes it to a big-time Division 1 team, and he Googles in August, and he says, I win. And in January, that's what he does, 16-0. Forget about the miracle on ice, because for the simple reason, Don, the United States has been playing our college kids in the Olympics until 92, correct?
Yes. 98.
92.
Well, that basketball was 92.
Yeah,
right, hockey was 98.
So, and I'm on Hahn sign. That is that guy. Coach from Indiana. He's that guy.
Yeah.
I'm sort of lost.
No, I think what Earl is trying to say is he's saying that the Indiana that what Mark Cuban said is correct. That it's the greatest upset.
Oh.
He's saying that I'm not saying he's right, but what he's trying to say is that they've always played college guys. They've always played younger players. And didn't they win in 1960? So he's trying to suggest that they've won before this way. And so it's not like out of the realm of possibility. But I think what he's losing in the context is that Russian team had dominated the sport for a decade.
And also, again, I can't go back to they were dominant forever. And the 60 team the 60 team was different than the 80 team 20 years later. Those guys were military. They were paid as soldiers.
Yeah.
But all they did was play hockey.
Right.
They were professionals. They were paid to play hockey. They were trained to play hockey. They were all much older than the amateurs.
Yes.
Who were college kids who were not eligible to play in the NHL yet because they wanted to keep their amateur status. So they were not professionals. And the NHL teams put together a team that were pummeled at Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
Against the Russians. This
team was pummeled. This team was pummeled at Madison Square Garden before they even started the Olympics.
Like 10-2.
They
played an
embarrassed.
NHL. I forget. Right.
Yeah, they had an NHL
They played
All-Stars.
NHL teams.
Yes.
And they won the gold medal. Not that day, but then they go on to beat Finland.
Yeah.
This was a team that, listen, it's a great story, but by the time they got to the championship game, they were a 9.5-point favorite.
Mm-hmm. They were the favorite to win. So how is it? But I think the context is where the program started and where it is today. James in Rockland.
No, there's no question.
Wants to talk about some other famous upsets. James.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Two upsets. One, CCNY winning the national championship. My mother's uncle was actually on that team, and they keep his jersey in the back of the Hall of Fame because he shaved points.
Wow.
But the biggest upset of all, I mean, during the 50s, everybody knew about, the Kentucky powerhouse. Now, there was this small school that couldn't field the all-black basketball team called Texas Western.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they go out and they beat Kentucky. Now, how is a team that can't even field 5 black basketball players at the same time able to go out and beat the most dominant, program?
I think you have that a little confused. Texas Western was the all-black team.
Right.
They beat Kentucky that Adolph Rupp did not want to have black players, so he had all-white players. And Kentucky was the dominant team that
they were
killed
32-2.
And Texas Western went in and pulled off the big upset, and that was a famous moment in college basketball
But
history.
think about who Texas Western was playing. They were playing nobody. Nobody wanted to play them.
Right, exactly.
Nobody wouldn't even let them have 5 black players on the team at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, think about running an offense. Think about running a defense. I mean,
I'm thinking about all of it.
Practicing.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well,
that's absolutely insane.
Yeah, but that was insane, unfortunately that was the time.
But by the basis of the argument, what I'm making is that it's still college student versus college student. Your team's better, but it's still college players versus college players. This was literally amateurs versus professionals.
Yeah. I find it
now,
very
the
difficult.
IOC didn't acknowledge it that way, but they were pretending to be amateurs. They really weren't.
Mm-hmm.
They were, because look at all those players. How many players on the 80 Russian team, the USSR, if eligible, would have been NHL players? More than half.
Yes.
Tretiak, their goaltender, would have been in the NHL, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're playing. So in essence, you're taking on not just an NHL team, an outstanding NHL team.
Yeah.
And a college team. This is the equivalent to me.
They were
of Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Of Indiana playing the Super Bowl champion in 3 weeks. If they did something that were, all right, the New England Patriots win the Super Bowl, the Rams win the Super Bowl, and they decide to have an exhibition, the Super Bowl champions will play Indiana, and in the end, Indiana beat them, then we'd have a conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know. I sort of feels like there's a certain level of Captain Literal Man that Don's playing with their professionals versus amateurs.
But it's a real
that
thing,
creates
though.
a bigger. But they were paid to play hockey in Russia.
Yes.
Did any of the amateurs that played on the U.S. team go on to have NHL careers?
A couple of them.
Yeah, but
Just
nothing like Hall of Fame level.
Well,
right?
Dave Christian had a really nice career in the NHL.
Right.
Jim
Pavlich
Craig played a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
Pavlich had a nice career.
Nice career. Yeah, there were a couple of guys that they were, but not like you didn't. There was nobody that became a superstar. So it really is. I'm sorry.
It's
remarkable.
Hold on. No one's taking away it being remarkable. Don is literally saying you can't even have a conversation about anything else. Of course, it's remarkable. A guy who no one had ever, unless you were a hardcore boxing fan, had never heard of, and sort of flabby-looking guy who'd lost 4 fights already in Buster Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
A 42-1 dog against Mike Tyson. This is not Mike Tyson who had lost to Evander Holyfield.
No, this is not
still
a killer.
This is 2 years removed from assassinating Michael Spinks in 91 seconds. This is a guy who you'd only seen crush people.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude who you've never heard of stands up to him toe-to-toe and eventually knocks him out. I think that's at least conversation worthy. But
here's the difficult comparison. When you talk about individual sports, all you need is Tyson to just not take it seriously. or just have an off night. When you're talking team sports,
fair. Now that's a good argument.
Much more like the whole Russian team has to not care or give up. Like that's hard to do. But in tennis, in golf, or in this case boxing, and where it's one-on-one, all it takes for the upset is for the favorite to just be off that day. Clearly, Mike Tyson at his best is not losing to Buster Douglas.
Yeah, but he wasn't at his best.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Now that does change.
It's fun to kick this around. We certainly will continue to do that. 800-919-3776. A ton of calls to get to, and also to get to the latest from David Stearns, the Mets general manager, about the moves that they made. Look, better late than never, right? But he has remade this roster with some late moves that are making big headlines. So how does he feel about his team? And also, how does he feel about what the fans were saying all offseason up until this point? You'll hear from David Stearns next. Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Now let's take a look at the traffic with Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. They cleaned up that crash involving a whole bunch of cars on the Grand Central eastbound in Queens. Still hitting the brakes heading over to Kew Gardens from the LIE. Not so great at the Whitestone Bridge trying to make your way into the Bronx. Right before the span, a broken down SUV in the left lane. That is you solid from Citi Field. All of your approaches to the outbound George pretty heavy aside from the Henry Hudson. West Side Highway northbound, some solid slowdowns from the 60s. Inbound George just about 5 to 10 for the upper deck. Outbound Lincoln, your best ride, about 10 to 15 minutes. Outbound Hahn already at 20 to 30. Packed on the Staten Island Expressway westbound, heading over to the West Shore. Long line of brake lights from the Verrazano on through. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Visit MAD.org. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. That's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
ZipRecruiter. When it comes to meat and seafood, selection matters, and no one beats Wild Fork Foods. To everyday essentials, to high-quality steaks, to seafood and more, every product is blast frozen to lock in peak flavor and freshness so you get restaurant-quality meats at home for amazing prices. Shop in person at 7 locations across Long Island and New Jersey, or you can order online for same-day delivery. It's easy, it's convenient, and the prices are wild. WildForkFoods.com.
Rich Eisen here. LinkedIn Jobs is stepping things up with their new AI assistant so you can feel confident you're finding top talent. Get this. Employees hired through LinkedIn are 30% more likely to stick around for at least a year compared to those hired through the leading competitor. Hire right the first time. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen, then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. And promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a time out to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering buy one, get one 50% off and everyday 0% financing. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends January 31st, 2026.
It is also, to me, maybe one or two when it comes to sports movies, with this song being featured prominently in the movie Miracle. It's such a good movie. It's so well done. If you don't get fired up, you're lacking some type of emotional gene within you. No?
I don't want to say anything.
You really, like, this movie didn't move you?
I don't think you saw it.
I haven't seen it.
Jesus.
Apparently,
I'm proud to say.
Clown show! Clown show! Clown show!
I can't even look at you.
There's a documentary coming out apparently on Netflix about this that Ruzioni has said is even better than Miracle.
How many documentaries are we going to do?
I don't know, but apparently it's going to be the best one. I'm going to probably watch it.
We already did one with had all the guys sit down.
You got to do a documentary about the documentary.
Again.
Doing it again.
Again.
Well, HBO did.
Again.
Once HBO does a documentary. You don't turn around and do it again. Now, I'm proud to say I was in St. Paul for the All-Star game.
I was there too.
And I went to the theater and saw it in Minnesota. What better place than in St. Paul, Minnesota to see the movie?
Yeah. That was a great All-Star weekend, by the way. Remember it was freezing.
You don't say.
No, I mean it was cold, like cold.
In St. Paul.
No, not that. I'm not talking about typical Minnesota cold.
No,
weekend.
I've been there for a
bitter
Super Bowl weekend in Minnesota was insane.
That was rough. That was
an insane
very,
one.
very cold.
I went to Minnesota once for wrestling in January of like 2009. I went to Raw. Big day for me. Mike Tyson was there. It was awesome.
Nice.
And it was psychotic outside. It's although I got to tell you, we've basically been living with that since Don left.
It has been. Yeah.
Don, you rolled out.
Ain't no sunshine when he's gone.
No, he gone.
So anyway, that's that part of it. I want to get to David Stearns, but there is also some football. And as much as we talked Jets yesterday, for somehow, some way, I feel like we need to talk about something else involving the Jets. In the meantime, Joe Douglas is interviewing with the Falcons for their vacant general manager position. So it's amazing. Robert Saleh's already got a job. Will Joe Douglas get one too? In the meantime, life after Jets.
His best chance of getting that Falcon job is he goes to Arthur Blank. Woody made me draft Zach Wilson. He made me do it. If Arthur believes him, there's enough on the resume to hire him. He had some nice draft picks. He had the big trade with Seattle. He fleeced Seattle on the Jamal Adams deal. But it's tough to live down Zach Wilson at 2. But if he can convince any owner, hey, he made me do it. Woody made me do it. And maybe other owners will be like, yeah, I could see that. Mm-hmm. You're hired.
So Jesse Minter, who's the defensive coordinator with the Chargers, who was going to be somebody on the Giants list, the Ravens are hiring him. So he's like 42, 43 years old. He was considered to be one of the hot ones. That's right, as you would say. So that's happening. And so what's happening with the Jets is they are looking for somebody to be a defensive coordinator, right?
Right.
Zach Rosenblatt, the Athletic, The Athletic, is saying that the Jets are having a hard time getting anybody to actually interview for a DC job.
Yeah, I heard that. It's not as hot.
No, it's not a hot job.
Not hot.
That's good. You know how embarrassing that is?
That's rough.
And according to the report, like high-profile DCs are saying, I'm good.
Yeah.
Now, there's a part of me that still thinks that's gutless. Like, if you believe in yourself, you don't think you can go to the Jets and do a good job. You know, the team. There have been coaches that have done good jobs with the Jets. Or is it just the fact that I know I can do a good job there, but I know it's not going to end well? I think the owner's a whack job, and I don't believe that Aaron Glenn's a leader of men. So even if I do a great job, we're not going to win, and I'm going to end up losing my job and look bad.
It's a bad look for Aaron Glenn, too, right? Because you would think by now, would he have some allies in the league? People that would say, I want to work with you, right? And with the Chargers' job opening now, because they're going to need a DC, well, if anybody, if you're worth a grain of salt as a defensive guy in the league, you'd rather have that job with Jim Harbaugh, wouldn't you?
Well, I would think so, yeah.
All right, so instead of going to the Jets. So that's now another job that opens where the Jets are like, crap. Like, you're going to end up getting somebody with no experience. You're going to have to, which is going to put a lot more now on Aaron Glenn to keep an eye on his defense because at least he had that position. So this just makes life worse.
Hey, listen, if it's as simple as we just don't think Aaron Glenn's any good, well, then that's fixable. After next year, you fire Aaron Glenn and you start over. But if the no is because we just think the owner's nuts and I don't want to go there, how are you ever going to get better? Like, so I'd love to, whoever the DC, I don't know who they are, but if you're saying a high-profile DC, I would think Wink would be one of those guys, right?
Yeah.
Like, so just say theoretically, Wink's like, I ain't going to the Jets. Why? If I'm the league, I ask why. If it's, I just don't think Aaron Glenn's any good, all right, bad job out of the Jets, they hired the wrong guy. But if the answer is because there's dysfunction there, their owner's out of his mind, doesn't the league then have to step in and go, if we've got people that literally don't want to go to the Jets, who play in the biggest market in our league, because the owner is nuts, we got to do something about it. How is that good for the league?
I don't know. But all you can do is have a talk with Woody about what he's doing, but there's nothing you can do. Again, like unless it's something salacious, they don't make changes in ownership.
Right. No,
I get never. It, but isn't all right. I know it's not, you're 100% right. All right, it's not a Donald Sterling situation. It's not a McCourt situation with the Dodgers where there's legality and all that. But let's be honest. It may not be as salacious, but isn't incompetency just as damaging to the sport? No, about being serious.
You're right.
Like
it
is.
Like,
it
dude,
is.
you're one of
time.
32
of course
teams.
It is.
Do I need to have? Listen, they would rescue a franchise if they were in financial disarray, right? They'd move it, they'd prop it up, they'd do whatever they had to do.
Yeah.
If, God forbid, Woody Johnson got caught in some sort of scandal, they would get involved.
Right.
Well, all right, again, it's not salacious, it's not illegal, but I got a franchise that has an owner who has no idea what he's doing. The team never wins. They're one of the biggest embarrassments. They're in the biggest market in the country.
Two guys they just fired are valued elsewhere.
We like to leave them alone. Let them fail on their own accord. We're not going to get involved. Is that good for the sport? Isn't incompetency something that should be addressed to?
Would you look at the Raiders and say that they're poorly run?
Yes.
Okay. The league doesn't do anything there.
But has it gotten to the point where people don't want to go there?
Well, Tom Brady joining the ownership group there.
Yeah, that makes things
felt like a real hey, we need some credibility.
We're trying our best.
Hey,
like who would the Jets have
That's
to
a good
bring
point.
in?
But see, that's where you get involved, right?
Peyton Manning buys into the Jets, and now you have credibility.
That's where the league can get involved, right? Like there was nothing illegal what was going on with Wellington and Tim Mara back in the day, but the league got involved and said, listen, go hire. Pete Rozelle said, go hire George Young. Let's straighten this out. Like they didn't force the Maras to sell the team. They got involved. Tom Brady going to the Raiders. The Raiders are one of the flagship franchises, very popular. That lends the credibility. It's not like Mendoza is going to refuse to come out of the draft because he's drafted by the Raiders, right?
Right.
But there's a possibility maybe he'd stay and take Cuban's money and stay another year if the Jets were going to draft him. And you've got DC's not wanting to go there.
Last year, you had offensive coordinators that didn't want to interview there.
Right.
Like, so that's what was happening. This is happening.
Roger Goodell's supposed to be – we're sold Roger Goodell's a smart guy and all that. Then can't you get it? Apparently, he grew up – he interned with the Jets back in the day. Get on the phone and say, Woody, we're going to help you. We're gonna get you to hire somebody that's going to change the face of this franchise. I don't know who that is. You know, it doesn't have to be somebody that played for him. Tom Brady never played for the Raiders.
No.
But you know, we're going to get somebody that's highly respected to come in here and help run your franchise. And you're not allowed to say no.
That would, first of all, I mean, I guess it's already embarrassing if this stuff is true. And we already saw it last year where there were experienced offensive coordinators who told the Jets, we're all set. I'm good. Don't need an interview. And now you got experienced defensive coordinators that also the Jets are having a hard time to just come in for an interview. Right? Like every team is putting out these, you know, posts about we just finished our interview with this guy. We did our interview with this guy, whether it's an offense coordinator, defensive coordinator, or head coach. The Jets have put up nothing because they haven't met with anybody. They got to fill out a coaching staff, and they can't.
It's not great.
This is like look, we have fun at the Jets' expense. We joke about it. This is kind of reaching sort of alarming. Like they brought in Tanner Engstrand, who had no experience calling plays, but it was the best they could do.
You don't hear about this. There are only so many jobs. There are only so many places you can go in the NFL.
Right.
This is the number one market. This isn't a team that lacks money. Obviously, everyone has money.
Yep.
So it is literally, I don't think this will be beneficial to my career.
Right. It's better I
crazy?
don't. And
I'd rather not.
And it's an agent probably also saying like, yeah, we don't want
Let's
you.
Wait and see. Because maybe we could get you somewhere else.
Yeah, this could damage you instead.
So who could it be? Now, I'm not talking about like a general manager. They have a general manager. I'm just talking about like a Tom Brady, somebody come and take a piece of the team. All these owners are selling like 10% of their team. It's a smart business move. The Giants did it.
Yep.
You talk to Woody and say, listen, you're selling 10% of your team. You still keep majority ownership. You still have a say. But we are going to sell 10% of your team to somebody that is going to change the image of your franchise. So you said Peyton Manning. Just for the sake of and Peyton Manning's going to come in. He's going to be a part owner of the team. He's going to do press conferences.
He's going to have football operations influence. Right. Yeah.
Right. He's going to have influence. I mean, you'll have final say on the financial stuff, but he's going to become the face of your football. Like I don't know if Peyton would be interested, but who of it, like with the Raiders with Tom Brady, what would be the equivalent? I mean, I think Joe Namath is a little outdated. I love the guy.
Right.
But somebody maybe a little bit more relevant to the time.
It's got to be, again,
who would it be?
Brady has been a guy that we have recognized as a bit of a savant when it comes to football, loves talking about the sport, is a big fan of the sport, like very involved. Like you'd need someone of that level. And I'm sorry, it's Tom Brady. Like he's one of the all-time greats. So it's really hard to say somebody with that type of cachet that does give you that instant credibility. It doesn't. Parcells was that in the late '90s,
right? You know who would have been perfect. He's unfortunately no longer with us.
Yeah.
But remember when Walter Payton wanted to own an NFL team and he wanted to become like if Walter was still with us, and the league kind of manufactured a way to get him to own part of the. You don't think that would instantaneously bring credibility to the franchise, even though he never played for them?
As long as he, presented well.
Right.
That matters too. But look, this is not a fun story. This is one of those, hey guys, let's pay attention to this because this is a little bit alarming. Coach in his second year, desperate to start showing some results. He's a defensive guy. He was a defensive coordinator, and he can't get anybody to come coach for him?
And
that's
what's really sickening? Not that I'm telling anybody anything they don't already know, but like it just reconfirms that like they're not going anywhere. Like, how are you supposed to when you can't even get people interested in coming to coach for your team? Never mind play for your team.
Right.
Like this, when I read that story, it felt like we've now hit rock bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Not great. Coming up, as I promised, David Stearns, the latest from him today, talking about the Mets, the reworked, new look Mets for 2026.
Damn right.
Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN New York.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2025 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $189 for 33 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely, choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details.
Here we go.
VIN SM844-681, MSRP $29,075. Zero security deposit, ends 2/2/26.
Welcome to Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, where excitement never stops. Unleash the fun with 2 floors of gaming action, featuring 1,000 cutting-edge video and electronic machines. Enjoy exceptional service at a prime location that places you right in the heart of Long Island's excitement. Stay and play in style with over 200 hotel rooms and treat yourself to a full range of dining options at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
New year, new season, same goal. Feel good and stay in the game. But if neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica is holding you back, it's time to handle it. I'm Bart Scott, and I'm telling you to call Dr. Jay Shaw at Sandwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he specializes in getting people back to living pain-free. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided treatments that work. Same day or next day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Stop playing through pain. Go to SandwellPain.com. Relief starts today.
Hey, it's Michael K. Not sleeping? Well, it could be your mattress. That's why I always recommend my friends at PC Richard & Son. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step mattress fitting process so that your new bed fits you perfectly. They guarantee it. Top brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. And in-home delivery on any mattress $199 and up is free. So do what I do. Get to PC Richard & Son and for your new mattress. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
Benjamin Franklin, sir, I've just received news.
Speak.
They're multiplying you.
Multiplying me?
Yes, many times.
Multiple Benjamins?
Shall I stop it?
No.
Multiply your Benjamins with New York Lottery's Extra Multiplier Scratch-Off games. Play for the chance to multiply your winnings up to 100 times. Prizes up to $3 million.
I've won! I've multiplied myself! We won!
Please play responsibly. Must be 18 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind. Are you ready to make a difference for the environment while helping the visually impaired at the same time? Then donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind today by calling 1-800-983-6530. Every donated vehicle will either be properly recycled in an eco-friendly manner or given a new life through reuse. Donating your vehicle is easy. Simply call 1-800-983-6530 and Heritage for the Blind will do the rest. They'll even arrange for your vehicle to be picked up at no cost to you. And for a limited time, when you donate your car, you'll receive a $200 restaurant voucher and a 2-night, 3-day hotel stay at one of 50 locations. Call 1-800-983-6530 right now to schedule your vehicle donation and make a positive impact on the environment while helping others. Heritage for the Blind, where every car donation counts and every person makes a difference. Call 1-800-983-6530 now. This advertisement is paid for by Heritage for the Blind.
So is this all about running up a snowy mountain? What
is he? Are we going for snow? What's the vibe here?
What is this for?
I'm feeling it.
Isn't this the workout montage from Rocky IV?
Oh, damn, bet your ace it is.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what our guy's thinking here, but that's what. Maybe he's thinking us in the snow.
He's just basically saying Russians can't drive in the snow, which doesn't make sense. You see how, remember how they're chasing him in the car? And then somehow the car just skids out because Rocky's just so fast.
Come on. I mean, listen, Rocky
running in boots and a leather jacket.
Yeah, Rocky.
I love those movies, but I mean, it was just so. There were things that just were not possible.
Well, yeah, listen, you don't want to get into the specifics of what's happening there, but I love that montage. Now, the question is will we be having that montage in our lives? I guess we'll find out. I hope by tomorrow we have like a pretty
more
clear
concrete idea. Yeah.
Yeah, just like is it more likely to be 5 or 15? That would be nice.
I'm putting a call into Lee.
Yeah, we're gonna get Lee Goldberg tomorrow. I think it's a good time to get him. 5 o'clock tomorrow, probably a good time, right?
It's gonna be a big story tomorrow. There's no way around.
I'd imagine he's busy at 5.
No, he's not on the air till 5:15?
Yeah, he's got time.
Yeah, but he's not reading from a script. He's doing the work.
Of course, he's doing
checking
the work.
the graphs.
Up to the minute. Then he runs out in front of the green screen. I guess you're right.
Yeah, didn't you see Perfect Storm?
Yes.
The way they're looking at the computer, breaking it all down. That's what he's doing. He's rolling up his sleeves. That's a roll up your sleeves weekend coming up.
Yeah.
I wonder if guys like him
even have
sleeves? Are pumped. No, like this weekend they don't want to admit it because it's a big deal. And they don't want to downplay what's something that's very serious. But the truth is, this. If you're a weather person, this is your moment. This is
for the Weather Channel, this is like their Super Bowl.
Oh, this is this is always these moments. Are we going to get Cantori in the Northeast? We're going to have him somewhere in New York. Jim Cantori, Weather Channel. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I don't know what you're talking
He's
about.
Aware.
What?
Really?
Now he sounds.
Never heard of him?
It sounds familiar. He's the Weather Channel guy.
This guy's for the last 25 years. He's been like a legend. Every major storm, he's right in the middle of it.
Well, listen, I assume that he'll want to be.
No,
he won't be
passionate
here.
about.
He'll
weather.
be in the South, though. We're not the biggest part of the storm.
You think it's
we are not
ice, more of the ice effect?
We
right?
are not. Right. Snow in New York. It's only a big deal because
it's a big deal.
Anyone place getting a big snowstorm, you care about it. But the reality is, the blizzard in New York happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot recently, and let's just be honest, guys. I mean, I just want to say, if you find what I'm about to say political, you're a moron. The environment has some things going on, folks. This year, to go all of a sudden into now, they're saying that after, that's right, Bobby, they're saying that after the snowstorm this weekend, we're not going to reach as high as 32 for the next 10 days after that.
Right.
So we are officially into just frigid air.
Which is the cyclical way weather has worked forever. There's some winters that
are worse than others.
But there's years that we've had freezing temperatures, and we've had blizzards in New York City.
Oh no, for sure,
forever.
But also last year it was 75 degrees all winter. Last year is my only thing. We were hitting record temperatures, highs.
But this has always kind of been the flow of.
Well, this is what I expect. Weather. My question is just, where has this been the last we've gone years now without anything like this? At least a few years. Don, back me up here for God's sake.
No, again,
not like this.
We have a rink in the backyard, so we know when things freeze and when
you're
they don't.
On the island. Do you even know what real life is? No, it's always cold out there.
No, we don't. It's a snow
Now
globe.
I'm looking at a thing here.
Are you
from NBC New York?
Oh, that thing.
And they have a map with inches on it.
Okay.
I'm giving Rick a second to figure it out. Whatever he wants to text. And for us, and this was NBC New York posted this an hour ago, and this is their latest snow map.
Mm-hmm.
They have us, and when I say us, I mean all of New York City at 8 to 12 inches. And then they have basically Long Island East as 5 to 8 inches. See that light purple? The light purple's 5 to 8, and they have in here, this window, Going
So-
New York and Westchester is 8 to 12 inches.
Yeah, and as you can see, it does clip the North Shore of Long Island.
Yeah,
and
it
we
does.
generally get more snow. The South Shore, because the South Shore is right off the ocean, so you're always going to get less.
So they do have the North Shore getting clipped.
And we're,
there, right?
we're
So you
gonna,
could-
yeah, we're getting some. Yeah.
So, but listen, this has been changing though. So we'll see. Maybe tomorrow that says
will.
4 to 8.
But so Lee at some point tomorrow on the show.
Well, listen, and
we can confirm.
if Lee can't be there for us, who's our next go-to?
Well, Channel 7's got a ton of people. Danny Beckstrom's very good. I'd like to talk to her.
Brittany Bell?
What about Mike Woods, the man who injured me from Fox years ago? Don, you remember when he tackled
No,
me? in
why,
that
why are
softball
we
game.
straying from the mothership?
We got to stay in family.
Fox, and we're staying in the family.
Yeah.
Sam Champion, Ginger Z on ABC. There, we have options.
We have plenty of options. You know what else we have?
Don is the ultimate company man.
What?
But only when you talk about local news.
But it's important.
Yeah.
Local news
we all
is the only
support
place.
we support each other.
Well, I just meant what if they're busy? I don't prefer to go elsewhere. But
One of them is not working during our time. Right? We can have them on.
I guess you're probably right.
If they feel like it's important.
What about Roker? You don't want Roker on?
Nope.
What about Willard Scott?
Nope.
You're telling me Willard Scott's available. You're not taking him.
No, Mr. G.
Is Willard Scott available?
He can't be available. It can't be.
Is he still with us?
What's your guess? Hold on. Hold on. I want to guess. I want both of you to guess right now on Willard Scott.
I don't like playing.
No.
I'm not playing this game.
No, he is absolutely dead. Respectfully.
Damn.
But I want you to guess what year he was born. Let's not focus on the bad. And then I'll tell you when we lost him.
I'm going to go.
And Anthony and Jacob, don't worry, this was a weatherman.
35?
Yeah, I was going 1932. Yeah, thinking like
Don
that.
on the nose.
Nailed
Greca,
it!
1934, March 7, 1934, and we lost the great Willard Scott on September 4, 2021. Really nice run there.
That's a hell of a run.
87. I mean, Michael's not taking it, but that's pretty good.
No.
Anything 85 or higher, I'm taking it.
Well, you know why? Because you're a smart person, and you also know, like, you look at your size. You're a tall man.
Well, I also look at the men in my family who have never made it past 61.
Oh.
Again, you're looking at good statistics there. Those are the stats you want to focus on.
There's a clock.
And you're taking 87.
Yeah. Oh,
Michael,
God, yeah.
Michael could see that everyone he knows is drop dead at 32. And he's a giant, and he still would say 87. I want minimum 95.
No.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm not lying, right?
No, exactly. 87. Forget about it. That's like
he'd be disgusted for you to say it.
Yeah, he would be disgusted with himself.
Don, you taking 87 right now? Offered it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But the only
Done.
problem with it
Done.
is that then you know there's finality, and that's got to be a very uncomfortable thing.
Well, this doesn't exist, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
God isn't going to come ask you.
I don't know. You never know.
But the point
These
is,
things happen.
it's you're making your own private deal. You go, mentally, I could take 87.
Yeah.
Listen, if I know I'm living to 87, I'm not scared of the sushi.
I'm not scared.
Right?
Wait, hold on. You're hold on.
Wait.
You
the
dying?
sushi?
Well, hold on. We got to take a break. We got to get out before 6 o'clock. We got to finish this.
We have ENN. ENN with some David Stearns probably in it, the latest today, and so much more.
And some Daniel Stern and David Stern. I'm going to get to all of it.
Daniel Stern.
That's sure. But listen, let me tell you about FanDuel because it's turning on playoff mode right now. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day, all right? Each game day during the championship round, which is just Sunday, folks, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. More boosts means more ways to level up your playoff bets. Pick the matchups that you believe in, take your shot on an upset, or build a parlay that fits the moment, all right? Now, I think I'm leaning Broncos to cover the points, so you could do that if you want. I'd think about it twice. Then apply your profit boost and go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs keep rolling. So visit FanDuel.com/local and grab your profit boost pack every NFL game day. All right, 21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. I'm going to sit back down now because I just saw how awkward my camera shot is.
I liked it.
I don't know what you were doing there.
I was just stretching out, but then I looked up there and it looks like I'm on the toilet. So
Yeah, something like that.
21 and over, physically present in New York, opt-in required. Bonus issues, non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com for help with a gambling problem. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Text HOPE-NY 467-369. ENN next.
And now it's time for traffic. Here's Brandy Scott.
Thanks so much, guys. I hope you have a great rest of the night. Get home safe and quick. Happy Friday Eve. Not a happy ride, though, over in Jersey, 17 southbound. Jam with a crash by the Garden State Parkway in Paramus. Slow crawl there from Ridgewood Avenue on down. Inbound, George, stick with the lower deck if you can. Upper level going to run you about 15 to 20 minutes. Still the best of it to the outbound side. Southbound Deegan and Henry Hudson. Cross Bronx westbound. Bumper to bumper from White Plains Road on through. Outbound Lincoln will run you about 20 to 30. Outbound Holland 30 plus. No relief at the Whitestone Bridge heading into the Bronx. Broken down SUV right at the start of the span blocking the left lane. No tow truck in sight. You're jammed on the northbound Whitestone Expressway in Queens from City Field. Looks like a crash on the Cross Island southbound by the UBS Arena. Packed there from Northern Boulevard. I'm Brandy Scott on 880 ESPN New York.
And this is your home for New York Knicks basketball. This is 880 ESPN.
WHSQ and WCBS FM HD2, New York. This is an ENN Special Report. Now reporting.
The very handsome Jewish man, Peter Rosenberg.
We should talk some sports. Do what you want. It's ENN.
Hey, how's everyone doing? Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'd like to start out by saying, welcome to ENN.
Ray Rowe.
You ever watch YouTube?
Good evening to Don.
Hockey.
To Alan.
You said it way more eloquently.
Oh, yeah. So smooth.
Good evening to myself. The future of wide receiver Brandon Ayuk.
Ayuk too.
Good evening to Kurt Signetti.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I win. Google me.
That is big time, that guy.
And now when you Google him, it says, yes, he won.
At least for now.
I like that.
That can't be a permanent deal.
No, it has to go away at some point. But it is funny.
Now I'm tempted to read the Willard Scott
Don't.
obit from the New York Times.
Oh, God. Hey, Willard Scott here.
He's a big
that
deal.
Was his whole thing.
You guys ever heard of Willard Scott, Jacob?
No idea who he
Anthony,
is.
Any idea?
He was an institution.
He was he was Roker before Roker.
Right. You
inspired
ever heard of Lincoln?
Okay, that's not a good comp. He was big, Don.
Why not?
No, he's not. He's not Lincoln big.
I can say I did not know him. No.
Yeah. Have you heard of Lincoln though?
Lincoln, I'm familiar with. Yes.
You familiar with the work? You familiar with the work of David Blow and Abraham Lincoln?
Yes, exactly the same knowledge.
So if we said Willard Scott, you guys just look at us like, who the hell is that? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Why would they know Willard Scott?
You say Willard, I think of the guy from Scooby-Doo who played Shaggy. So,
wow. What was it Smuckers? What was the commercial he always did? No, it wasn't a commercial. It was Smuckers, and on the jar, it was like somebody in their 90s that would send a picture, and he'd say happy birthday to. That's what it was.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Remember that?
He would. I forgot about that.
99 years young.
The gimmick, his big gimmick on the Today Show, at least in the 80s.
Yep.
The big gimmick was pulling up the pictures of the old ladies and wishing them happy birthdays.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting. I saw here about Willard Scott. I don't know if you know this. He was married in like 1959.
Okay.
And then I don't know if his spouse passed away. I'm not sure what happened, but he ended up getting married again in 2014.
God bless.
God bless. Had a run from till the end.
Why not?
Starting in 2014.
Hey, why be alone?
I love that for Willard.
You know?
I really do.
Good for Willard.
Still
bringing it.
You know Roker though, right? Okay.
Roker went to my high school. Xavier guy.
Wow. You met him?
No, I haven't
Not
met
yet.
him. No.
We'll get him on.
Anthony, can you get Al Roker on?
That I could do. Yeah.
You're the one who has to get him.
The Xavier ties. It's like the Fordham ties. The Jesuit stuff is everywhere.
Got to find him.
I say we get him on.
Well, Don just shot it down immediately because he's Don's very loyal to the company, and I don't mean Lonnie and those guys, Lonnie and them boys.
Listen, Lee is my first call.
Of course,
he's got to be.
Although I got to talk.
If we don't get Lee, it'll be because Michael grabbed him earlier in the day.
I bet Michael may have already done the work.
Already done. Got him in the garage.
I still do
But we've got, what was it? Ryan Smith, very good. Danny Beckstrom, outstanding.
I'm not close enough.
Somebody else. Brittany.
Brittany Bell.
What's Brittany's last name?
Brittany Bell. I think it's Jeff
Terrific.
Smith, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan Smith
Field,
played for the
Jeff
Islanders.
Smith.
Sure.
Ryan Smith was the Islander Oiler.
That sounds right.
Captain Canada.
Yes.
I'm so proud I screwed that up.
You'd do it again if you want.
He's so proud.
You know what?
What about, since Storm Field's out, what about Amy Freeze?
Amy Freeze left
Hell,
the
one of the
company.
great names, though.
I know, but she's a friend, right?
We go
she's way back. And her
But she
name is
left.
so perfect. Amy Freeze talking about a winter storm coming in. I mean, come on.
Is no one better? That name is so tremendous. You've got no choice. It would be like being named Colt McCoy, and you have to throw footballs for a living.
You have to play
What
football.
I mean?
His name's Colt, and he plays ball.
You know what? I want to see Colt get brought in here by Harbaugh. Come on. If Harbaugh brought it, he said, we're just bringing in people who love football. And that
Maybe
man
that's who
loves
the Jets should bring in.
They should.
Give him part ownership of the Jets.
That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce Colt McCoy.
He'd probably show up. All right. We've teased it all day. We haven't gotten to it. Let's hear from David Stearns.
Okay.
First on the acquisition of Peralta.
Yeah.
Freddie has so much going for him. He's a tremendous athlete, first and foremost. He knows how his body works so well. Even as a really young kid, first entering the Brewers organization, became apparent how good of an athlete he is. He has tremendous aptitude. He's very smart. He takes instruction very well. And over time, both in the minor leagues and major leagues, has made these really quiet tweaks to his game that have yielded big results. And then the last part is he's a tremendous person. And anyone who's interacted with Freddie Peralta.
You have to understand that David Stearns has working knowledge of Freddy Peralta.
Yeah, but once we get into it, he's a terrific person. I believe you.
Yeah.
I rather would have heard about Willard Scott's bio.
Wow.
I don't like the implication. You know what? We haven't said about Willard Scott all day, by the way.
What?
Oh, yeah.
You think that was a strange poll?
For some people, for sure.
I guess so.
Well, apparently our staff.
Clearly.
Yeah. No, Don's offended.
I don't know why that's a shock.
I knew they wouldn't know it.
I just didn't realize, Sorry.
Here we go. What's another comment?
Do they know Dick Cavett?
Yeah. No, I sent a picture out and nobody knew who he was.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Show's a mess.
That's why I said
I didn't know who Dick Cavett was by sight. I know who he is, but I didn't know who he was by
He's
sight.
like, look who's sitting near me. Who?
Yeah, nothing. Eggs. And work with a bunch of yo-yos.
See, but do you see the problem though? Do you see why, Don, the standard is not fair? Because we didn't do this and get angry and call him a yo-yo
when
he had never heard we gonna make it by Jadakiss. We just said we're all different. We exist in different places.
That's not universal. Dick Cavett universal, and Dick Cavett's before me.
Well, I mean, in New York, the Jadakiss.
Because I acknowledge that there was a world that spun on its axis prior to 1968.
Here's your example.
But I work with people who think that anything that happened before they were born,
that's not
we
true.
were a barren wasteland of nothing.
Willard Scott went into semi-retirement in 1996.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was 2.
By the mid-'90s, he was already gone.
He'd make
you ever hear of
spot
Bill
appearances.
Clinton?
No,
Yeah, I have heard of Bill Clinton. I wasn't watching the weather at 2.
That's not, Don, your comps for Willard Scott are absolutely insane.
Always presidential for some
everything.
reason.
Everything that just
It's presidential.
Everything goes presidential, which doesn't make sense because everyone's heard of presidents.
Have you heard of Grover Cleveland?
Yeah. Barely, but yes. My dad loves Grover Cleveland.
Why Grover Cleveland?
Well,
my dad loves him.
No,
Big
because
Grover
you know what?
Cleveland.
It's not the how, it's the why, right? He shouldn't know Willard Scott. He's not a connoisseur of weather. The reason he doesn't know Willard Scott is Anthony Pusick does not acknowledge there was a world prior to 1994.
I don't. Though that's fair.
No,
well, every time we
fair.
bring up the 90s, he
But all the
constantly
young
gets
kids,
honest.
the kids
Well,
these
grow
days,
up.
they don't acknowledge life happened
But
before
I thirst
2000.
for now. I want to know what happened before I was here.
You know they call it the
I picked my
1900s.
dad's brain.
But Don, here I'm gonna.
They call it the 1900s.
But
now.
I think this is a mic drop.
Sad.
It won't get viewed that way because I'm not respected. But this is a mic drop.
Let's see.
Don believes everybody has to know the world before 1980.
Or at least acknowledge there was a world.
But he doesn't really know the world after like 95.
Ooh.
He really doesn't. Like the world died when Don lost interest in sort of pop culture.
That feels like a shot. Though.
No, is it a shot or a good point?
Both. No, both.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm rattling off the entire weather staff at Channel 7.
Yeah. This one, you shot the arrow right in the heart.
No, it landed in the heart.
And I went, good shot.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
You
but it
killed
still
him.
hit. No, he killed him
You
dead.
killed him.
But it still was a good shot, though.
I know Johnny Carson. I don't know who did the weather.
Wow.
Who was sitting next to Johnny Carson?
Yeah.
See, don't know that.
Not
See,
even
that's you know what? That's a bad job. How do you not know Ed McMahon? How do you not know Star Search?
Everybody.
No, why would he know Star Search?
Wouldn't know
That's
Star
coming back,
Search.
by the way. It's on Netflix, apparently.
Oh,
Of course
he does
it
know
is.
Star Search.
Of course. Okay.
Here we go.
How about
let's
more
go back to David
Stearns?
Stearns. You really want to Stearns? You think this real quick? Does anybody believe the David Stearns audio is going to be more intriguing than us fighting over age? I don't know.
There's literally no bigger Met fan on the show than me.
And you would much rather keep fighting about age,
we
wouldn't you?
we just pivoted to radio off.
I know. We're having a fun conversation.
Name people from the 80s. Maybe Ant and Jacob know them.
Yes, I love that game. Let's see if Stearns.
Wait. There are only two things that I want to hear from
Richard
him.
Lovelady, former weatherman or Mets reliever?
I love that.
So we can play that game.
That's a Met reliever.
So, David Weathers, former weatherman.
Carl Weathers.
Yeah, Carl Weathers. Are they
God bless.
related? I just want to hear Stern's reaction to what the fans were acting like all offseason, and then where he considers his team in the NL East.
One at a time. Here is the fans' reaction in the eyes of Stearns.
I understand when fans see good players leaving or going elsewhere at the front end of an offseason, they're going to be disappointed. It's also our jobs in the front office and in the organization to recognize how long an offseason truly is, to understand that there's often a whole lot of transactional activity that occurs in January, February, sometimes even March. There's going to be more acquisitions in baseball over the next couple of months. This offseason is not over. And so these things can take on a pace and life of their own every offseason. And so we understood, even as the subtractions were going on, we understood that there were going to be very good opportunities for us to make our team better, to continue to add pieces to be better. I didn't know that it was necessarily going to happen all at once in the span of a couple of days, but it has. And I'm happy with where our team is right now.
Okay.
That's why you got to be patient. You got to wait. Everybody wanted to hang him as being an awful general manager, and now those same people are thrilled with the offseason. But we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, where do they rank in the NL East?
I'm glad you asked that.
We've got a really tough division. We've got some really good teams and some teams that are getting better. Until we win a division, we can't claim we're at the top. So we've got to keep going and we've got to keep working. And whether that's continuing to find every incremental edge that we can find from a roster construction standpoint, whether it's finding every incremental edge.
He's definitely punting on that question because he doesn't want to put anything out there. He's kind of doing the whole, hey, look, we weren't first last year, so we have to punch our way back up. Okay. Right.
Well,
no bold proclamations is what I'm saying.
But we see both sides of it, right? We've seen in football, even the Jets. Didn't Muji say, we can be competitive next year?
Yeah.
Don't put a label on. We don't know who's going to be healthy. He's right. The division's very tough. I think the Braves could be back. Phillies are still very, very good.
They're very, very good, but they're not the same.
No, I would, from a fan standpoint, just err on the side of caution. I like my team. Let's see. Because what does it matter?
I get
right?
it. I was just the reason why I asked was because I saw it on the page and I wondered, did he say anything that sort of gave this idea of, remember, when the season ended, he said, when we're done, when we start next season, we will have a better team than we did last year.
Yeah.
I was wondering if he'd give me some sort of vibe about how, as I told you, we'd have a better team, and I believe we do. He didn't say that. That's all. That's the only reason I want to hear it. We can move on.
You've had enough.
I've had enough. We can get back to the Willard Scott conversation.
Let's hear from Carlos Beltran.
Oh, the Hall of Famer.
Yeah, which hat you wearing? To the Hall of Fame.
Talking about that cap, because they've been asking me which cap I'm going to wear, but I have saying that I haven't gone through the process yet on what are going to be my options based on numbers and the things that I have accomplished in the game of baseball. That's a decision that I would love to sit down with my wife Jessica, my kids, and have a dynamic on which hat I should wear going into the Hall of Fame. So as soon as I finish the whole process here in Cooperstown, you guys will find out which hat I will wear.
Okay, so he knows. He's just not telling us.
He knows. Why wouldn't he know? Now, I don't think he's the kind of guy that's like, I'm going to the Hall of Fame, but it was on the table.
Yes.
You wouldn't ponder about, if I ever did go to the Hall of Fame, would I go in as a Royal or a Met?
Well, what do you think?
That never entered his mind at all?
What do you think he does?
There's the pull of, I played more games as a Met. But I wonder whether he'll say, you know what? It's the Kansas City Royals.
It all started there.
There's not many Royals in the Hall of Fame. I have a feeling he's going to go KC.
And the Royals
just
are like, it means a lot to us if you wear the hat, if you put the hat on in the Hall of Fame. It means a lot to us. We'll do this. Like there's some kind of connection.
What are they
way to honor you.
We'll take you out for barbecue.
I think that's it. Oh, that's interesting.
You can have breakfast with George Brett.
He has to go through a process, Peter. What process are we going through? Looking at my numbers? Let me figure this out. I'm not buying this. I'm sorry. I'm not. I there's something more going on here. But he has every right to take his time. It's a very weird thing to say. I don't know. I'm going to go through the process of figuring that out.
Well, he came up with the He came up with the Royals.
Yep.
He was a big star with the Royals. Played the second most games with Kansas City. I could see that, but it definitely sounds like maybe he wants to hear from the two teams.
That's
all right,
exactly it.
What's
in it for me?
Not finance. It's like how are we going to deal with this?
But what does that mean?
Because that's forever, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like,
what do you say?
What's
the conversation?
The two teams that are obvious, I'm going to discuss it with both of them and figure out which is the better thing to do.
Yeah, where will you like me more?
Come on. Wouldn't you be in that kind of place?
No, I hope I are.
I could not be mad if he went in as a Royal. Because that's the team that he came up with.
Maybe that's exactly the reason.
Royals retire his number.
And maybe that's exactly the reason he's going to go in as a Royal, because he knows you don't really care much one way or the other.
But we talked about it a little bit when it was announced, and it's starting to gain momentum that the cheating scandal doesn't matter, the spitball doesn't matter.
Okay.
But steroids matter. Like it's just odd. It's odd that for whatever reason is like a cockroach. That's what will survive the war at the end of the day. Is that do whatever you want, disgrace the game any way possible, just don't take PEDs. And the gambling, I get that should be the case, right? With Pete Rose and stuff, I get that.
Yeah.
Although I still would live,
but
anyway, enough time had gone.
No, but I understand that point, Peter.
Like the whole lifetime ban is like,
Or just why not just why are we not allowed to have nuance? We're not allowed to have conversation. We pride ourselves on conversation. It's why sports radio works. there are certain people where you can look and say, he was only good because of PEDs. He was only good because he cheated. Those are the people that don't belong, right?
Yeah, we saw
Are you
them.
going to really honestly tell me that Barry Bonds wasn't on his way to the Hall of Fame, that Roger Clemens wasn't on his way to the Hall of Fame,
Exactly.
that Alex Rodriguez wouldn't have been on his way to the Hall of Fame, that I can't logically say, you know what, yeah, they cheated, but they were going to go anyway.
Like they were but they were the best of a generation that did have a lot of this going on. So, I'm with you on this. And by the way, it's betting on something is a lot different than taking something and then putting in the work. You still had to have skill,
right?
Like you still had to have like ability. So I'm with you on it. It's
what
probably
they're hiding behind, Alan. What they're hiding behind is this.
Here we go.
They're not putting Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens out of the Hall of Fame because they cheated. And their numbers are compromised because of that. That's not what they're doing. They're punishing them because how dare you soil our sacred game?
Oh, really?
That's what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. The history of baseball is littered with people who have done such things, and we've looked the other way. So I don't understand. This feels it's just
because they're pompous asses who think that their game and the game that they cover is more important than anything else in the world, right? Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, we have seen the equivalent in other sports and not be treated this way. But baseball, they want to treat it like it's church, like it's some kind of sacrament that is being disgraced. Not your sport. And as we found over time, a sport just like any other, that maybe it's time to join the others and wake up, that we've adjusted, that we're a little bit different now. All right.
Well, hold on, Don. Lee's talking.
What would
it looks like Lee
6 to 12,
according to right now, is calling all of us, the whole area here, from basically Westchester, Connecticut, all the way east to Long Island, 6 to 12 inches.
6 to 12. Yeah.
How far south?
Well, just north Jersey.
North got it worse. The 6 to 12 is all
north.
Down.
I thought this was coming from the south.
It is.
It is pushing up.
I didn't see where
but it's going out to the ocean. So like you're going to get, different levels of it, and anything towards the water is going to be less anyway.
I don't know exactly what that had to do with you, Don. But the point is, you're getting. I don't know if Don's going to be worse or not. He may get more ice than snow.
I don't know.
What Alan's saying to you,
ice and snow.
What we're saying, I shouldn't say Alan. What we're saying is, we just don't care. Isn't that's the part that's sad?
What do you mean we don't?
You're just saying you don't care about Jersey in the same way.
No, it was cut off.
No, Jersey was in there. My eyes just didn't look there.
He was standing in front of it as he was.
We have a
pointing
lot of
across.
listeners in Jersey.
Can you rewind?
Yeah, let's rewind.
I'm landing in Jersey. I'd like to know if I can go home.
Yeah. Well, Lee was standing right in front of your beloved state.
Is that what you think?
All right.
All right.
See,
you know
he's standing right in front of the damn thing.
You know what? It's so true. Why do you even?
You can't see it.
Now it's a little better. We're seeing more of the map, but this map isn't really telling anything.
Atlantic City, FutureCast.
All right.
See, now he backed up. You're 6 to 12, even into Pennsylvania, all the way to Allentown, 6 to 12.
Yeah. It looks like it could be lower.
Scranton, Kingston, up there. You're getting more of the.
But that's interesting because earlier it looked like further north was better.
Listen, that's why
now north of us is 12 plus.
Well, you're reading that NBC stuff. I only trust Lee and ABC.
I do want to talk to Lee about the decision making of how he got so big into like the Michael Douglas 80s ties, like the Wall Street.
No, I like him.
It's growing on me.
He has a good tie game. The glasses we got to discuss.
You're not, but you haven't gone wide tie yet.
No, I don't do wide ties. It's not my thing.
Yeah, you're too skinny.
I sent you another DiPietro text.
Well, shut up, Anthony.
Why do you get mad at it?
Because I don't like the tone.
All I did was laugh.
Can we read it?
I think so. No, yeah, you can.
You certainly can.
That's not a curse.
He just said.
Well, he's made a prediction on how many inches the Upper West Side.
Upper West Side's probably only going to get 3.5.
You know what? I'm enjoying his work today. I don't see why it always has to be me.
I don't know. But
yeah.
That's the thing about this is the thing about.
We appreciate the sacrifice you're making, Peter.
Well, listen. Here's the thing about bullies. They like to pick a target that they see is that they can shoot down at. That's how he sees it. Allen, he met Allen. Allen was an older big dog already doing media.
But no, I think
Don's the great Don LaGreca.
This is more who can take it the best. And you, Peter, you can take it.
You can.
Excuse me?
And he knows where you live, which is cool.
Why is that cool?
It is cool.
That Rick knows where I live? I've known him for 10 years. Well, I certainly hope he knows where I live. But no, he's right. Allen couldn't take it.
No.
Don's hit or miss. Come on.
Depends on the day. I'm very moody.
Yeah, Don's very moody.
He could just you can lose him for the rest of the day.
I've recently been asking myself, Don is clearly, Michael and Don are both really nice guys in real life. I hate to spoil this, but they're both really nice guys.
Of course.
And generally, really kind to their friends. If you met them on the street as a stranger, really kind, all of those things. Yep. But they're both miserable in their own ways also. And I've been debating which one I think is more miserable recently.
Miserable?
Yeah.
Really?
Hear me out for a second. Michael is miserable in that all he thinks about is death and being sick and everything's terrible in life.
Right. So
Don loves his home life, but will complain about professional things constantly. Don, on the better part of 5 years, he's just been on a tilt. Michael will also do that. See, this is why I'll give Michael the more miserable, because Michael will complain professionally, but then you get the sense he's miserable everywhere else also. I think Don seems always happy at home with the kids.
Sure.
With Nancy. Having delicious dinners, calling a hockey game.
Right.
But when it comes to other things, he's down to complain. They're a very interesting dynamic. I know why they worked so well for so long. They're like brothers from another mother.
Right. I understand what you're saying. They're trapped in their own misery. It's their own personal jail that they make of misery. That
it's completely
it's not tangible misery. It's not real things.
They both have made it to a lot in life that's unfathomable. They both should be dancing through tulips every day of their lives.
Right.
You know what I said? You look at Don in 1997.
It's really true.
And you go, this guy,
listen,
if he makes it to middays in Dayton, Ohio, it'll be the greatest thing that could have happened.
Or this guy, if he makes it through his mid-30s, would be pretty amazing.
And not only does he make it through, he looks the best he's ever looked.
Oh, my God.
He's got his dream job, his wife and kids, married his high school sweetheart. Everything worked out.
The guy has think about it. This is the greatest upset since the Miracle on Ice.
Don, remember the scene in From Dusk Till Dawn when Harvey Keitel says to George Clooney, "Are you too dumb to realize when you've won?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Well, do I complain? Listen, going on 25 years with this company, you're gonna have some.
You're gonna have a few thoughts.
Yeah,
that's fair thought.
I'm sorry I shared them.
What? I won't
share them with you.
Now he sounds like me.
Now he sounds like Anthony.
I'm
sorry I talked.
I won't even talk anymore. How about that? How about you just leave my mic off? I won't say anything anymore.
Don, a few commercial breaks ago, when I made a joke about the over texting, Anthony then walks in and goes, I know you don't care about anything I text. Everything I say, Don, people think I hate their guts, and I love you all dearly.
No, but with the
it's your
texting
tone,
though,
Peter.
there's a few. All Peter and I are asking of you guys is you do get to a point, and I do it too, where it's like,
when you start
I'm just
sexting, I think you should take us off the text.
I'm going to text Anthony on the side because it's just me and him going. So if it's us, Alan and Anthony, then maybe at some point you're like, no, we're just going to text on the side. Let's leave Don and Peter out of it. Their silence should speak volumes.
We were talking like a TNT 1030 game, me and Don one day.
Yeah, of course.
Hardly anybody's contributing to this conversation.
And Don's polite enough. You know what it is, Don? You're polite enough to go, hey, the party's winding down. We're the only ones making out. Let's get a room. You know what I mean? It's just us. We don't need to do this in front of everyone.
Yeah,
that'll do it for ENN, folks. It's brought to you by Ramsey Mazda. Get more for your money at Ramsey Mazda. Like a new 2026 Mazda CX-50 or Mazda CX-90. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. That was fun.
That was fun. And we've got more fun with you. 800-919-3776. So stay with us. Don Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN, New York.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
Looking for the best meat and seafood at unbeatable prices? Get to Wild Fork Foods. They offer the widest selection of meats and seafoods you'll find anywhere. Everything is blast frozen to lock in flavor and nutrients. From beef and poultry to seafood, pork, and even exotic and game meats, you'll get the best value for your buck. Visit one of their 7 locations across Long Island and New Jersey, or order online for same-day delivery at wildforkfoods.com. Wild Fork Foods, your neighborhood's meat and seafood market.
Not all F words are bad. Some are actually great, like fast, free fiber for 4 months. Yep, switch to Optimum Fiber for as low as $25 a month. Plus, for a limited time, you can get 4 months free, HBO Max included for 1 year, and a 5-year price lock. Don't wait, this free fiber deal won't last long, and the fastest, most reliable, most consistent internet speeds await you. Call 888-4-OPTIMUM or visit Optimum.com/free today. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Hey, sorry I missed you. Your call is very important to me. Just not as important as the New Jersey Lottery's Green Ball promotion being back on Pick 3 evening drawings. See, if the green ball's drawn, that's a free second chance to win. So, yeah, you get it. It's only through February 1st, though, so try me after then.
Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/pick3. Listen, I know the mentality. You try to play through pain and walk it off. Push through one more day. But when it comes to neck pain, back pain, sciatica, or nerve pain, that's a losing game. That's when you call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is one of New Jersey's top pain specialists, Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he focuses on non-surgical solutions that get real results. No cuts, no downtime, no dependence on pain meds. He builds you a custom game plan for you so that you can move better, feel better, and live pain-free. Same day or next day appointments are available. Visit SandwellPain.com. Stop managing pain. Start beating it.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Oh, I can't believe we blew a 5-touchdown lead.
Sure, but you got to feel like they were going to win for almost the entire game.
But I was about to buy playoff tickets.
So you were prepared for a good time. That's pretty nice.
It's the worst loss any team has ever had.
And you got to witness history.
Okay, we're done here.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Oh, yeah, baby. Don Hahn and Rosenberg, ESPN New York. I was just having an interesting chat with, we got a ton of calls. We're going to get last call crew, every phone line jam, so we're going to talk to you right now. But I was just talking to Anthony during the break, and, you know, we're getting to late January here. It's getting late early, and he brought this up. I'll tell you the moment the Bears got Jim McMahon. And told me he doesn't think that's making 64. That's how strong a field he says there is.
Yeah. When was that one uttered?
He says it would count because we're counting everything since the K Show is in this first bracket.
From December 17th, 2024
it's a year and
to
a half.
Probably the end of February.
It's a year. It's a year plus.
Wow.
And so that's one of my personal favorites.
I'll tell you the moment the Bears got Jim McMahon.
It may be on the floor. I can't believe it.
That's pretty good.
All right, let's talk to these people,
let's
shall
get
we?
to some people. Let's see. We go to Kadeem in the car. Kadeem.
Hey, Kadeem. Take it through.
Take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
been on hold for a while too. Feel bad.
Well,
he had that guy Thursday for us.
Well, it turned out to be him. He turned out to be that guy. The guy who waits on hold and then gets there and isn't there.
Yeah. Gil in the truck. Gil.
Yo, not for nothing, I got a nomination for that guy.
All right.
First, I'm going to say what's up, Hahn, what's up, Don, and what's up, Pete.
Hey, bud.
Not for nothing. You know why a bunch of guys hung up? Guys, what happened? Where did the show go off track? We start talking about the weather. You guys had an accumulated hour over. Just talking about the weather and weathermen and Will Scott and who he married. We all want to talk to you guys about sports.
Oh, well.
We want to talk to you about Chambers. We want to talk to you about Peralta. We want to talk to you about Bellinger. We want to talk to you about the football. You know, and I got to nominate one guy for that guy.
All right, go ahead.
And Pete, you took the cake, man. You ran with it instead of cutting it short and going into us calling you and talking to us. You ran with it and just kept on and talking about Don's misery and come on, man. That's all personal stuff, man.
Gil, this is
I love you guys,
Gil,
man,
but this is where I question. This is where I question you, and I'm not saying this to be angry and defensive about critique of the show, but when people call up and say stuff like that, I do wonder: do you love the show? Because part of the essence of the show is literally like us arguing about years and history with Don is literally baked into the fabric of what the show is.
Right.
That's my. So I'm not trying to be defensive. I'm open to criticism of making the show better anytime. But to say like, can you please not have fun and do the things you do so we can get further detailed into our breaking down baseball in January, of which we're going to break it down all the way till April. I would say while you like the show, maybe you don't love the show. Maybe you just like the show.
Well, or he just wanted to be on the show. And the more we kibitz, the less
you do. And I get
he's
that.
going to get
and if you're the person on hold, that's annoying. I get that. But just so you know, our listeners aren't going, I wish they'd hurry up and shut up so I can get to my man on the phones.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
I get it though, and I appreciate the feedback.
And it was like me trying.
You're being booed. You're being booed relentlessly in the chat right now. The chat. The
caller.
Yeah, he's getting.
Here's my suggestion to people like him. Then call up and talk about what you want to talk about. Instead, now you've continued the non-sports conversation by talking about how much we didn't talk about sports.
Great point. Now Brian in Sleepy Hollow has a retort.
Oh,
Brian.
Well, that guy's call is just repugnant, I want to say.
Thank you.
It's all about the banter. That's you feel like you're talking to a friend, And speaking of which, I just want to say, Don, I believe in you, all right? You're going to like sushi. I think you're a guy with an open mind. It's each bite is like a textural sensation that, don't be thinking raw fish. Just be thinking like a good food experience, Japanese don't do much wrong,
That's Brian. Right. That is an A+ call.
And I think you're right.
Textural sensation.
I think he is going to like it. I have faith in Don.
Yeah.
And it is. It's and I really hope, because here's the one thing that concerned me about Rachel Herzog earlier. She was great.
Interesting.
But just hear me out.
Oh, here we go.
She makes sushi at home.
Love it.
She goes to the sushi buffet. All of these things sound lovely because you're a big fan.
Okay.
We don't want Don having homemade. We don't want buffet sushi. We want high-end, elite Japanese restaurant sushi.
Tonight.
I just want to make sure.
Yes.
Because she sounds like she'd stop at the bus station and have a piece of sushi.
No.
That's my concern.
Well, she was just saying that she is a connoisseur of it. And she's just not going to take me to just some place.
Good.
She's the perfect person to introduce me
Don.
She likes some
this.
sushi.
Just make sure. Just
tell you what. Want to make Gil happy? Let's take a sports call and see how it works.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes.
Fine, you want to try sports?
A lot of pressure here. JT in New Jersey. What do you got, JT?
Yes, sirs. Thank you for going to me. You made the right decision.
Okay.
Okay.
So just to touch on what you guys were talking about before, too, the face of operations for the Jets. Two names I would throw out there. Louis Riddick, one of them, talks constantly about wanting to kind of get into that sphere.
Yep.
And would bring a lot of credibility to Jets.
I like Louis a lot.
I think Louis Riddick deserves another shot in that sort of role in the league.
I like
agree.
Louis a lot.
Another blood in the ground for you, Alan. Curtis Martin, man. They'll both bring a fresh face to the and respect.
It's amazing. Curtis Martin's a guy that just.
What is Kumar doing right now?
Kumar. I don't know.
Good question. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay.
Well, JT, I'm gonna do.
They would bring a little reputability. Bring both those guys, I think, and
Curtis
just
Martin's a
take
good
away
guy.
the spotlight from Woody. Because come on, man, like this guy, it's a clown
you
show.
need
And,
and you know what, JT, what you really need to is to have someone with a big enough personality that even Woody Johnson would be like, when you're told like, hey, just have a seat, I got this. That he'll just take a seat.
Yeah.
Like that he'll even be like, all right, this is like that's. Again, like if you're Mark Davis, like that's Tom Brady. Like let the adults talk here. You go sit over there.
Right. Because Mark Davis is a mess. He cuts his hair with a soup bowl, and whenever something's going on now, what do they say? Oh, well, Tom Brady was this. Tom Brady was that. You need somebody to distract away from the clown show.
Yeah, you're not even looking at it anymore. And that's what I think. I don't know if there's anybody that has that enough of that cachet that even Woody Johnson would know. Like if the guy walks in the locker room and Woody's kids are running around doing the thing that they do, talking about Madden ratings, that the guy walks in and goes, Woody, get these guys out of here. What are you doing? And then Woody quickly goes, guys, out of here. Right? Because there is nobody in that organization that has that.
Curtis Martin said following his retirement, he expressed interest in becoming an owner of an NFL franchise.
Well, here we go.
He did a lot of charity work.
Yes.
In 2013, the last thing on his Wikipedia page is that in 2013, he was part of the Dolphins 5-man committee to develop a conduct code after the Richie Incognito Jonathan Martin incident and helped the Dolphins with that.
Remember that.
But I don't know. That's 13 years ago.
By the way, that thing didn't age well.
No.
Richie. Yeah, there were more people that took Richie's side.
Yeah, things changed a bit over there.
One more quick. Muhammad on the island. What's up, Muhammad?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for taking my call. I guess I'm going to just direct this comment or question to you, Hahn, because I'm listening to the show, right? And like every day or every other day, I'm hearing Peter and these guys. Michael's such a good guy. Michael's this. There's always a mention of Michael. And I listen to Bart Carlin every day, too. And I rarely hear any mentions of Hahn. So I'm wondering, Hahn, how do you feel always hearing these guys going gaga over their ex-men? Now, I just want to stir the pot with that a little bit. Thanks for taking my call.
I'll tell you what, I didn't really think about it until you brought it up. But now they just said it. And the fact that Bart never, ever? He doesn't mention it.
No, I'm sure he brings
He
you
doesn't
up
tell old
sometimes.
stories about how when I hosted and the fun we had.
No, you're lucky you get anything. He's usually on the phone or eating.
Oh, wow.
We're talking about Michael Kay. We did a show with him for 22 years. I mean, what do you want?
It's just that's the thing. This is a show about life. And so regular life things come up.
And how am I supposed to feel is what Muhammad was asking.
That
you guys just
the same way we would feel about you
constantly-
bringing up anything from your life.
But I don't bring up like, the great times I had when I was hosting with Rick. I don't do that.
Well, why not? Is that
Sure.
is that
If you
what
feel
we
that
do
way.
when we bring up Michael?
Yeah, do we ever go?
We'll say something. Yeah. Do we ever say, boy, we miss Michael?
I didn't think about it until he brought it up.
Because it wasn't a thing.
And now I'm thinking about it.
It's made up.
Excellent question.
And now I'm thinking about it.
Now he brought it up.
Last call, crew. We've got a bunch still on the page. There's still 2 lines available if you want to try to sneak one in. Now would be the time. 800-919-3776. Don Hahn, Rosenberg, ESPN, New York.
Can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN right now to try it for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/ESPN.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
FanDuel is turning on playoff mode. All customers get a profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. Each game day during the championship round, you'll find a pack loaded with multiple profit boosts waiting for you in the app. More boosts means more ways to level up your playoff bets. Pick the matchups you believe in, take your shot on an upset, or build a parlay that fits the moment. Hey, the Patriots are traveling to Denver, and the Rams are traveling to Seattle. What's your feel? Then apply your profit boost and go after even bigger payouts while the playoffs keep rolling. So visit FanDuel.com/local and grab your profit boost pack every NFL playoff game day. 21 plus and physically present in New York. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Caught with a gambling problem? Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Health surprises can change your life in an instant. You've seen it happen to others, but it doesn't have to be your story. At Princeton Longevity Center, we customize actionable and proactive health plans to maximize your lifespan and take control of your health. Our Cancer Check program combines cutting-edge technology with top medical expertise to keep you ahead of potential risks. With advanced full-body imaging, genetic testing, and multi-cancer detection blood tests, we look for even the earliest signs of problems. Results are analyzed by expert physicians who craft a personalized plan to safeguard your future. You're not just a patient, you're a partner in your health journey, backed by a team committed to helping you live longer, healthier, and more vibrantly. Our programs have saved hundreds of lives and empowered countless others to take control of their health. Be proactive with your health for the ultimate peace of mind. Call 888-8000-PLC or visit PrincetonLongevityCenter.com.
Show your team's spirit and save big only at Security Dodge during the Start Something New sales event. For a limited time, score an extra $500 off on top of all rebates and new incentives just for coming in and wearing your favorite team's jersey or swag. High school, college, or pro, football, basketball, hockey, and every sport in between. It's easy to win big at Security Dodge in Amityville. Visit us today or shop 24/7 at securitydodge.com.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction, and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope, it's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA Store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease the new 2025 Mazda CX-50 2.5 S Select with all-wheel drive for $179 for 33 months, or buy with 0.9% APR financing for 72 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN SN379853, MSRP $33,425, zero security deposit. APR at $14.27 per month per $1,000 financed. Ends 2/2/26.
Hey, let's do a game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, because when it's game time,
it's Tully time.
Sure is. Although tonight, have your Tully and just watch something else, because there's no locals in action tonight. But if you're interested
you can
in
listen, though.
What? You can listen to
Warriors and Mavericks.
Mavs Warriors. We have coverage that's right after us, so top of the hour. We'll get you right to that coverage on 880. Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cast matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. You know who called in, Donnie, to clarify some things? Our good friend, incarcerated Bob.
Oh, hey, Bob.
What's up, Bob?
Thanks for the compliment.
Yeah, man, that wasn't a shot, though. That was just me off the top of my head. I was thinking, like, who could go with Seinfeld, you know, to be the host of your daily, your Mets fans' daily or yearly off-season parade that, you know, that happens every year when you sign some free agents, make some trades.
Well, thank you. I am flattered.
But he is twisting a knife.
Yeah, it wasn't a shot. It was just like, who else is there? I wasn't going to put none of the clowns down the dial on it, so I had to put you in an official measure.
There you go.
You know
well,
what I mean?
thank you. I appreciate you, man.
But yeah, just real quick, I know you guys, you know, haven't talked about a lot about the Islanders, but I mean, what do you guys think about that star that we got, the 18-year-old?
Well, I've said
it. Oh my God, he's terrific.
He's. I mean, just they might as well already put his name on the Calder for Rookie of the Year. But Don, doesn't he have to be in a conversation for Norris?
Oh yeah.
I mean, he won't get it when you're looking at guys like, you know, the usual suspects, like, you know, McCarr.
Yeah.
But he deserves consideration. The thing I love about him, and Dave Maloney taught me this when I was first starting doing games with him. With young defensemen, you worry about there being panic, you know, coughing the puck up. He's so calm and cool and collected. He is not only going to be dominant in this league, eventually I think internationally, next Olympics, he's going to be definitely chosen and being a part of it. Yeah. He is amazing. Yeah. He's really special.
Yeah. Thank you, Bob. I mean, I'm there. They really have changed completely as an organization. And then there's an incredible amount of hope now in that organization. If he doesn't win it this year, you know, he's going to win at Norris at some point. And the next thing is like, as he gets older and stronger, just how much better is he going to get? A lot of fun to be looking for that.
Here's what you're hoping. You know, when you look at the Devils, right, and everybody looks at Brodeur, and when they acquired Scott Stevens, you know, one of the things that really turned that franchise around was drafting Scott Niedermayer.
Niedermayer, yeah.
You know, Scott Niedermayer was such an absolutely dominant player. That's what you're hoping. That's the ceiling, right? To hope that he could become what Scott Niedermayer was to the Devils, that he could be that for the Islanders.
And they've got to continue to build a team that you got a talent that good. It's like same thing in Edmonton. They talk about it in all these other places where you get, you know, Celebrini right now, what he looks like in San Jose. You have to build a team now that can win.
Well, I was thinking about it when the Devils were playing the Oilers, right? The Oilers have gone to back-to-back Stanley Cup finals, and they're a really good team.
That's not nothing.
But what makes them special is Connor McDavid, right? So you look at this league and look how close the games are,
right?
And how much parity there is. You don't think having Connor McDavid on your team is not going to be a distinct advantage? I mean, if this kid continues to play the way he's playing, I mean, he could be the difference maker.
Yeah.
To why you win games 3-2 instead of losing games 3-2.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's
why you win divisions instead of missing the playoffs by a point.
It's why you have hope, and that's the Islander franchise needed it. They nailed it on a number one pick. Let's grab as many calls as we can here in the last 2.5 minutes.
Here we go. Come on now.
Danny on Long Island. Danny.
I feel like everyone's been on Don's back, so I want to offer some emotional support here. First of all, Don, you're 100% right about the 1980 Olympic team. I remember getting the scores from Sports Focus. It was during the day. You don't even mention the geopolitical forces and what was going on in the world at that time to elevate it to an even more important status.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. And so that was the key thing. It wasn't just that we beat Sweden. It was that we beat the damn Russians. Mm-hmm. Secondly, I'm not a big fan of sushi. I could eat it. I stick with the cooked sushi. And to me, it's an appetizer at best. I don't know how people can sit down and eat 7,000 pieces of sushi. It's all rice. So start with some training wheels. Go with like cooked shrimp with a piece of mango, something like that. Have a few and look at the menu. There's usually a teriyaki, a regular a la carte entree menu. You don't want to just eat sushi because if it goes the wrong way on you, in the middle of the game tonight, you might have a problem.
He's not going to have that issue, Danny. Thank you. Donnie, don't worry. Nothing's going to go the wrong way.
If Danny, listen, Don, you know how we feel about Danny. If you want to take his advice on where to tailgate before a Steelers game,
yep,
absolutely. On sushi, I'm going to go ahead and leave it to the experts. I think me and Alan got you.
You're going to be in Vancouver, in a place, yeah. Let's quickly, another friend of the show, Griffin, Connecticut. Hey, Griff.
Hey, guys, real quick. I understand what you're saying about this, but I understand where Mark Cuban is coming from. This team was a joke for so many years, and then all of a sudden they were 5,000-1 odds his first year to then 100-1 odds, and they go ahead and they win the whole thing, and they don't have 5-star talents like some teams have.
Well, they do have a guy that's going number 1 in the draft, though, Griff.
Yeah,
let's not forget that.
He is going number 1.
They do have. But did anyone know who Fernando Mendoza was before he went to Indiana? No.
Yeah.
Nobody knew who
that's
he
right.
was.
No. He has developed talent, and he's a great coach.
They're not like Alabama.
Griff, I don't think we're
Georgia.
Griff, we're not, and we got to run. But thank you. I don't think any of us were kind of denying like what an incredible thing it is to take Indiana and turn it into a football power. It's just simply.
It's just the way it came together. It can't be on that level.
All right. Well. You got basketball coming up.
Enjoy sushi, Don.
Big Football Friday tomorrow. Enjoy sushi.
Not all F words are bad. Some are